blue 4. Tau, op 4. UPSE, blue 4. Everyone, let's get slotted nice and quick so we can then see who and where we still need to put people. Okay, are there any groups that still need to be assigned?
How you doing, Larry?
Yeah, Chad.
We're in the slotting process right now, so.
1 RCC, let's get you guys on op 4. And what other groups were there, sorry?
Chad.
1AA.
Chad, you are blue 4.
Alright.
What's the advantage? Blue 4 or op 4?
It's blue for 20%, so I'm gonna get. Once everyone's seen, we'll get Centaur slotted in, and we should be all good to go.
First hour start, we're not in yet. We haven't been given one.
Who's that, sorry?
1AA, first hour start.
First air assault, you are blue 4.
Pierce, next round, buddy. And thank you.
Okay, everyone make sure you're slotted. If you can't get into your slot for some reason, then jump out and jump back in again. I'm now going to go through the list and assume that everyone who is currently grayed out is Centaur. So, Green Thumb, op 4, Munners, op 4, Aim at the Balls, op 4,
I feel that, Larry.
Danza,
I feel that.
op 4, Dimitri, op 4, Hackfly, op 4.
Guys, Mike didn't slot up yet. He might be logging out.
I think he just got in there.
Yep.
Mirror op 4, Misu op 4, Morals op 4, Mosh op 4, Navy op 4, Oddballs op 4. Yeah, all of Centaur go op 4.
Guys, when you join a fire team or whatever, the leader position should be filled. If not, then you don't have enough to fill out what you want to do. Someone should take that role.
Okay, can I get some staff to jump up to 1 RCC and give them a hand with whatever's going on?
On it.
Yep.
Thank you.
So they're jumping some dudes up in
Okay,
staff because
we
there's a group
shall
still
get
up in
that
their channel. It hasn't
sorted.
jumped down yet. I'm going to bump up to the casting couch real quick. Looks like I've got all the multis I'm going to get for this one today. I mean, that's a lot of multi-twitch right there. So if you have a lower-end computer, be sure to, you know, only have your favorites in there. But I included everyone that's told me they're streaming, and then between rounds, I will be going through and adjusting it for people that leave early on. But what's up, guys? We will here. First off, I just want to say to Larry, it's good to hear you're doing okay. And welcome to everyone who is coming on today. This is Friday Night Fights. Your one place every week where you can watch 3 rounds of PvP in quick succession, hour to hour. And we've got 6 rounds total tonight, 1 from the EU branch, 1 from the NA branch, which will be in about a little under 5 hours from now. So if it's too early for your PvP binge, don't worry. We got you covered later on tonight. Now, For EU here, we're only going to get up to about 130 players. Other FNF news, by the way, the 700th Cadian, the guys I do Warhammer 40k ops for, are also going to start bringing a representation party to this PvP event. Achilles, who is the guy that runs them, actually messaged me out of the blue yesterday, and I was able to get him sorted with Dingo, who's one of the staff members of Friday Night Fight. Also, funny thing that happened was there was a little bit of a debacle that started before I was streaming this branch. A team outright refused a ground command because they heard Scandi Recon was going on Op 4, and that team was asked to go to Blue 4 and GC, and they said no because we'll be fighting Scandi Recon. So, you know, the Nemesis, Iander, Flying Fin, Yanni Fin, Infidel, that whole crowd. They've made quite a name for themselves today, so we'll see how that goes. Also, that fun little project I'm working on for FNF might be ready by next week. A big possibility that'll be ready by then, if not definitely the week after, but I think it would be really, really cool to run such a thing. So anyway, for round one, the background music is going to be Heavy Radiation from the Homeworld OST, the original Homeworld game, that is. And I just feel like starting this off with something calm. So, let me tab in here. Someone just shot me a DM. Oh, it's Barbarian thanking me for the multi-Twitch I sent to him. Speaking of Barbarian, he will be co-casting with us today for the EU branch. He might also join us for NA, I don't know, but I'll be sure to prevent him from making a bunch of inappropriate jokes like I normally do. So, Blue 4 command is going to be done by Dust Eyes, excuse me, I'm so bad with names, and then we've got Fred on Op 4 command, who I'm pretty sure is FK. As I, you know, play these every week, I'm getting more affiliated with, you know, who's from what faction, and, you know, it keeps in my head, because usually I'm really bad with this level of affiliation itself. But, like I said earlier, we're going to have about 130 members playing back-to-back. I've had a lot of people DM me saying, you know, how they can get in as individuals, and I tell them, you know, with how we're getting to the 150 range, which is the max for the server, starting last week, and I expect it to continue on, it will be gradually harder for individuals to get in, but you should still show up, because you might have a day where, you know, we actually don't hit that cap. So if you want to come in and play, feel free to come in and play. Dust Izzy is the Blue 4 command's name. Yeah, well, I'm not really good with that, so there we go. I know you guys will be here to correct my English, and now we're loading into the mission, and it's going to take a little while for the server to accustomate itself to having 126 people load the mission file at once. But hopefully the desync that we were seeing last week won't be a thing, because we're not exactly at the 150 cap, so we'll have to see how that all goes. Now, just looking at the assets they've put up, and I've also put those in the exclamation point mission command for round one, I think it's going to be interesting to see if Op 4 will be able to get a snipe with their Igla on any of the Blue 4 helicopters that come in. I also want to see what the transport is for Blue 4, if this is going to be a boat-related operation, or if it's going to solely stay on the mainland. If I were to make a guess, based off of the fact that there are armed Humvees for Blue 4, and they're the attacking faction, this is probably going to be a mainland fight, unless they mean for the Sea Stallion to Sling Road those armed Humvees, but I doubt it. Otherwise, welcome everyone to the live EU branch of FNF. Barbarian actually is in the channel. I don't know why he's not saying anything. Hey, Baguette.
Hi,
French bread.
Wow. Okay.
How you doing?
Strong.
What?
I'm doing well. You of all people. I don't know.
You okay? Send in Goat Team 6.
No.
Now. What's up with you?
I got a flu shot the other day, man, and it is just sent my autism into overdrive. I'm telling you.
As in it wasn't already in overdrive? Huh.
Yeah.
I'm curious now. If you've already been in overdrive, what's the new overdrive like? I guess we'll find out. Maybe it'll be good. It'll be 50% less horny jokes and 50% more commentary. Think we can go for that today?
I can give no promises.
No promises. All right. Well, it's good enough for me. Anyway, Monadic giving a sub out
Sounds like
to
a fair
Stephonix,
deal.
continuing with sub Santas. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you're staying safe from COVID, and I hope you get
Are
a
you also
kick
stuck at
out of this
57
one.
kilobytes?
No, I'm at 62, which is weird
Fair enough.
because you're supposed to have a better computer than me. But I guess it's not better internet.
No, it's definitely not better internet. I stream at 720/60.
Do you?
Yeah.
Gotta pump those numbers up, man. Those are rookie numbers.
I can, but my connection cannot handle 1080/60.
Send in goat team.
All right, you got. Oh God,
now.
Larry just gave 50 subs. Oh God, Larry, not this again.
Shit.
Not this again, Larry. You're not making me cry on stream again.
We're not even at the map screen, Larry. Wait for the climb
Larry!
like something around, like something actually exciting.
Goat team 6.
Oh my God. All right. Yeah, I'll put these on push talk too, so you know when I'm speaking, because Mod also gave us sub to someone else. That's why I went quiet. But Larry, thank you so much for the 50 subs. Hope you keep enjoying everything. If you got a sub from Larry, make sure you thank him. I hope you're all staying safe among COVID. I hope you all get a kick out of this stream. Hope you're enjoying the content. I hope we can one day get out of 62 kilobytes out of 611. And I hope you get a kick out of Barb and I watching people kill each other. That's the best part, right, Barb?
Yes, and it's also great that the stream is sponsored by Rage.
I don't know why you'd say that. They're not paying us.
I
Send in goat
you know,
team 6
it's
now.
you start off with like the exposure, and then they come to you.
No.
It's like it's the reverse.
No.
Psychology.
That's just free labor on their part.
Send in goat team 6 now.
Stephonix saying he gets that kick out of Larry making me cry. Wow. All right. Damn.
Well,
Send
you
in
see,
goat
usually
team
it's
6
you who make other
now.
people cry when you Zeus. So
See, I don't
you
even
know.
try to make them cry. I just literally give them what they ask for.
Send in goat
And then
team
they do
6
something
now.
stupid. And then they get murdered. And I'm like, this wasn't the way it was supposed to go. But whatever.
Send in goat team 6
Okay,
now.
so I was going to make pancakes this morning, and then I slept until 1 p.m., which was about 2.5 hours ago.
Send
Why
in
I
goat
slept
team
into
6
1
now.
p.m.? I don't know. I remember waking up this morning, and then all of a sudden I blinked, and then it was 1
Send
p.m.
in goat team
So,
6
Those are fun.
now.
Those are
great.
fun. I think I got sleep paralysis for a few hours and just didn't even realize it.
Send in goat team 6
See, now look at this. Look at this in the chat. They're saying bully Liru now with the word nerd to gain good download rates. Like, what do I have to do with
Send in
this?
goat team
You
6
saw who that was,
now.
right?
I know, it's Moxie, and he always bullies me. Why does everyone bully
Sowing
me?
Seeds of discord.
Send in goat team 6
Why does this happen?
now.
Alright,
Send
what
in
can we
goat
say
team
about the number
6
62
now.
Barbarian? Because clearly that's what the server wants to keep us on.
It's 7 short.
Send in
What's
goat
your number
team
at?
6 now.
57.
Okay, so you think the server might have just crapped out?
Send in goat team 6
Well, no,
now.
because we're still talking to each other. We still have the server chat going, so I think it's hung up on something, or...
Send in goat team 6 now.
Mhm.
I have no idea. Now Risen's calling me a nerd.
Send in goat team 6
Yeah, that makes sense.
now. Send in goat team 6 now.
I don't know. It's hard to predict what the server is going to do with this many people in the server. We're seeing people disconnect and reconnect. I think they're trying to just
Send in
reinitiate the
goat team
connection, but I think
6
that's just
now.
slowing everything down and making it worse. Because you know how Arma's netcode is like the worst thing ever, so...
Yeah.
Send in goat
Yeah.
team 6
So we might
now.
say a restart of the server here to, well, no, they just
Wait,
did that
Larry,
before
what's your
this
next
stuff.
milestone?
Like, they purposefully restarted
Send
the
in
server
goat
after the
team
D-task.
6 now.
I'll tell him, Modadict.
But everyone's...
Send in goat
Everyone's
team
disconnecting.
6 now.
Send in Goat Team 6. There, it's been sent. D-Man, I know the feeling of being barely drunk, so drunk you can barely type anything. It's beautiful. Send in Goat Team 6 now. Apparently, operator's room is being spammed with audio right now. Send in Goat Team 6 now. Oh.
Well, that's what I suggested when we load the map screen and then have groups join individually, like I said, but Indigo said staff are handling it because someone's up his pussy, so we just have to sit here and wait.
Great. Hey, Everyone, shut the fuck up. That is not acceptable. All the staff hopped up and you're all just like yelling at each other. What is wrong with you? I've been poked several times by multiple people telling, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Don't be cancerous when no staff is here.
Team 6
The mission file is loading.
Country Road.
It's loading. It loaded 4 kilobytes for me.
It's going up. It's going up.
Guys, remember, yelling is coming.
I went from 51 to 55.
What is going on?
60.
55.
This time.
Hold on one sec.
All we had to do was incur the wrath of the mods.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
The ritual was successful.
I'm not gonna lie, I think ear raping the chat worked.
Yeah. 121 people were banned.
I'm sure it's done it.
I think
124 to be precise.
I should have brought my barbecue if I knew there was going to be this much salt.
The best channel is now 126 people.
It's not salt. It's like when everyone is making this. Okay, I was gonna say that the amount of noise when I hopped in here was insane. So
we were
having fun, dude.
Like, you joined us the wrong time. Someone just
Send in Goat.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone
Hey, we're at 69. Nice.
I mean,
It's
I
I
was poked by people telling me to come down to control what was going on. So you know.
We sang Country began to sing Country Roads.
Something. We sang Country Roads beautifully.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty majestic.
That's nice, man. I'm sure you have a beautiful singing voice. My point is, there can't be chaos when staff isn't here. You all should be adults and be able to control yourselves. Excellent. And it's dealt with, so let's just move on.
It's slowly picking up speed.
Numbers here. I've gone up 5.
I've gone up 9
Yeah,
so far.
I've gone up.
10 now.
It just went up by another one.
I've gone up.
Mine went up by 11. Team 6.
On mine, I'm a whole different person.
13. So next time, guys, remember, all we have to do is sing Country Roads in perfect unison.
I don't think that was...
Okay. Modded giving a sub to Don as well.
Wheaton doesn't yell at
Hope you both keep enjoying everything. Guys, the new sub and emote badges are on the way. I got in contact with the artist. I just haven't messaged her back yet because I completely lost my fucking list of everything I need to update. So in between
in his beanbag in his garage.
in between the rounds today, I gotta take care of an errand, but I'll also be writing that out. So if you have any badge ideas for emotes, feel free to message me.
Yeah, one of Dingo's friends.
Because I need ideas again. So hit me up on Discord for that.
Electricity beanbag.
Chimp meetup? When?
What do you think's powering my computer?
Hey, on and all, no music, please.
So now here's the question though.
Some people are streaming.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Goat Team 6.
No.
Yes.
Get the fuck out.
It's meat between 2 buns. It's
Break. Everybody calm down, relax. The server is throttling itself. It's not recognizing the correct bandwidth that it has to use, and so it's limiting itself. It's spiking, dropping, but it's slowly gathering traction. And soon we should be back to normal. As you can see on your screens, it should be slowly moving up, and hopefully after it's worked itself out, we should be nice and smooth for the rest of the evening. My apologies again for this happening. Armor is armor.
Dingo, I have a question.
Nerd.
Is the
Cat
server
Girls is
connected via
badges, of course.
or hardwire connection, or is it all run by a Wi-Fi?
I'm sorry, my responses are limited. Please ask the right questions.
I was about to say, he's probably just being told to say that.
Open up all bay doors.
I've never heard of a
dedicated server that runs on Wi-Fi. That's pretty sus. I would eject.
Yeah.
I was about to say, you can only have
Yeah,
posted servers as Wi-Fi, but there's no landline connections.
I reloaded armor. I'm stuck in a loading screen for the last 5 minutes.
Now it's picking
Gonna
up.
get stuck for the next 15 minutes. Just
I
chill
thought.
out.
Never mind.
So somebody just talk about landmine connections.
All right, let's go back up to casting couch and let's talk about emotes. What emotes would you guys want to see? I'm not sure if I can do a cat girl, but I'll ask. Asking my chat what emotes they want to see. They're asking for goat girls too. I mean, we could do one themed off of the that frickin' thing that came out from the demon chicks. Forget what it's called. I don't think we could do dragon dildo emotes because Twitch would not approve of those.
Probably not.
Something to spam when 50 is getting sassy. Yes. I think we need our own Op-Chan salt badge of some sort.
Something like that.
And a censored bar. I agree with that one too.
I can refer you to the person who made mine.
No, I got one lined up.
You got one lined up? Cool.
Ah, the sweet sounds of heavy radiation while we wait for this. Why?
No, they're just spamming Liru in the server chat.
Why? 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 Welcome to the slow times of being a streamer. Liru equals nerd. Mox just did it. I think he wants another year-long sub. Here, let's talk about some IRL stuff. So, here's a nice little heartwarming story for you that it's IRL related. So, there's this restaurant in my area called Taco Bamba, and it has these amazing fucking tacos, like absolutely amazing. And they had a road trip thing where if you went to all 5 restaurants, which they're in the local area, it would take you a few hours to do it. They would give you a card which had the location's name on it. It was an official Taco Bamba card. And if you collected all 5, they give you a free hat, which, commemorates the road trip. For the first 50 people to also do it, you would get a $50 gift card. So this is something I wanted to do with Bloodwing, but Bloodwing had to work on the Monday that it started this week. So instead, I went with my brother and my mother. And we were able to be one of the, 3 of the first 50 to do it. So we each got a card and we each got a hat. Now, Bloodwing is low-key salty that we went out to do it without her because she couldn't take the time off of work. So what I've done is she can still get the hat, but the first 50 people have already done it. But I bought a second $50 gift card. And I've got it in the nice little pouch they gave me my $50 card in. And we're going to do the road trip over the weekend. And that just happened. Yes! Hey, Barb?
What's up?
Did you just lose connection to the server too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was telling a wholesome story there, and I guess the server didn't want any part of it.
Oh.
Neat.
Well, they've already restarted it, apparently, so.
Give me 1 second and I'll continue the wholesome story. Let me just, let's go downstairs
Start
real
filtering
quick.
back in.
Negative. It's being done progressively.
Okay, I'm sorry. Disregard.
No worries.
TK 13th.fi, go ahead and join.
We need the right map set back so we can load all the way in.
So they're progressively loading people in now.
Whoever's in it.
I've been told that
push it straight to map screen.
I'm one of the people that needs to first jump in when they do stuff like that, so I'm getting on. Anyway, wholesome story to finish it is we're going to do the road trip tomorrow. She already has one of the location cards because it's nearby her work. And when we get to the end and she gets her hat, I'm also going to give her a $50 gift card. Because I think that would be cute. And then she's going to think that it's my card. She's going to say, no, 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 no. And I'm going to pull out my card and go, no, 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 no. This one's for you. So, you know, just to cheer her up so she can still win the road trip that she was, you know, supposed to go on with us. But work told her no. So that is Liru's evil plan to make Bloodwing happy. Because wholesome. All right, grabbing bottom spectator. The thing is, they need to initiate the server, have the ground commands load in, and then as the server, like, as we're being pushed to map screen, so we load the file, then we can, you know, boot in.
What is your chat talking about?
I don't know. I was telling a wholesome story.
Oh, right. Was it the one where you got beat up?
No, it's something I'm doing this weekend for Bloodwing.
Oh, okay.
So I will say, pardon D-Man, he has said that he's drunk, but come on, guys, still gotta be a little, you gotta be a little decent in the chat here. Do I know where to find insulin? No. No, I do not. I hope you're not in the US and have that request, because... Ooh, the world is a crazy place in the US for medical stuff, and I hope we fix that soon. But I'm turning off my TFAR plugin, and... Huh. So it is going to be a naval push. You think the Sea Stallion's going to tow the Humvees? It has to.
UH-1Y isn't a Sea Stallion. It's a Huey variant.
No, the CH...
Oh, CH-53E. I totally
yeah.
missed that.
No,
yeah,
like that one's a Venom, and then the other one's a Sea Stallion, aka a Pavlo. But
yeah.
They have to tow it, like, or they have them like put out in the harbor, but I don't know. That BRDM's gonna go hunting, though. I would say the BRDM's probably gonna take the MAT team and go hunting for the aircraft. That or just rush.
It is Malden, so obviously there's a lot of coastline, but I'd be surprised if they started on a carrier or something where they'd have to airlift in. It would be cool to use that to exploit a flank, but we've seen that go wrong a number of times before.
Well, the choppers can also go off of the map. I'm just curious how they're going to get the, whatchamacallit, the, armed Humvees on the mainland. Because with this many people, I'm not gonna lie, I would not trust advanced towing or advanced sling loading with this many people on the server, because that thing's already a desyncy mess when you get like 40 or 50 people on the server. Imagine 150.
I also completely forgot to hit OK, and so I'm just now looking at the map.
Nice.
Okay.
So my chat is right. There could also be a bridge from harbor to harbor.
That is possible. It's a straight
I guess we'll
line,
find
so
out.
that'd be pretty easy to do, but maybe. I'm surprised they didn't give them boats. This would be like they've given boats in the past as like a bit of a meme.
There could be boats because they did say transport. They didn't specify what type of transport.
Okay.
But if Op 4 can like branch out, go to Hill 106 and 85 over in this area.
Yeah.
Then, you know, they can lock down both harbors. Blue 4 could go to the northern one and do a push. Blue 4 could go around and do a wide flank. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of options here, but if Op 4, like, stretches itself out to cover everything, they should be okay. Looks like we do have
also
the...
have UAZs to scout out areas, so they could
yeah.
use them as lookouts.
And they have an armed Gaz as well that they could use as recon. So the BRDM could go one way, armed Gaz could go the other. But if they find where the choppers are going, then they can just load up the MAT team and the BRDM, or better yet, the armed Gaz, or just its own transport, and then field it over to the helicopters and take them out. But if the helicopter's forced to tow, it's probably only going to bring them to the harbor, because anywhere else it's going to be a sitting duck, more or less. We'll have to see what command decides. I'm just really worried about the amount of people disconnecting and reconnecting to the server right now.
Same, especially after yesterday's unfortunate server shenanigans.
Well, with OFCRA?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were still able to run it, it's just something wonky was causing the desync. I meant to go ask them about that, because if it wasn't the C-130s causing it, I would love to make a TSB op out of that concept. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, it was interesting to see. I would really like to know how they did that. Having the engines going, but not having it move. What they could also do would be to go to the north, go past Hill 401, try and use the terrain and the foliage to come around the backside to that northwest cache.
Here, I mean, go to spectator chat, for example. We can mark up in spectator chat, and I don't think they can see that one, so...
So, like, going something like...
So, first and foremost, I mean, obvious route, right? That's the obvious ingress. You hit right on top of Chapoy.
Especially with vehicles, yeah.
Yeah. Might be in the church. It could be in one of the big buildings, but that's a good guessing game. In the town of Cancun, again, big guessing game, but it's central of town. And then you have the Blanche's facility, which, you know, that has its own good perimeter. So,
quick note with Cancun, if I remember correctly, this whole area is very, very, very thick forest.
Yes.
That is, it's not exactly insurmountable. Like, obviously they can walk through it, but they're not going to be able to see through it. They're not going to be able to really shoot accurately through it. So they're probably going to want to come through in more eastern direction if they're attacking it.
No, but the reality is, look at Cancun. This is the defensive perimeter line you'd want to make. Because that gives you, you know, some open areas to engage targets, and it still kind of distances the area from the cache. If we were to look at Chapoy, I can't make a line because that's going to be dependent on where the cache is, but you'd probably want something like this. Because that lets you overwatch the MSRs, and you can make a few kill zones out of those buildings inside. But that's only if the cache is within those buildings. If it's not, then you're probably going to either see something like this, or like this. That's what you would get. And then for frickin' Blanches, I mean, that whole thing has its own frickin' perimeter wall. We've seen that AO defend it already. It's can be pretty well done if the defenses know what they're doing. Now, let's talk about other routes in. You can have a force come in here, but this is kind of redundant because, you know, for the same time, you can just go up the mainland. You can have another group come in here, and this would allow it to operate into these two AOs. You can have another AO come in here, but that is very, very close to a defensive line overwatching that vector. You can have another group come in over around here, and this would allow them rear striking abilities if they go up the forest right here into Blanches to hit it from behind. You could also, if they are doing tow ropes with the helicopters, you can deploy that over here. Better yet, you'd want to be a lot more safe with that, because Op4 could put stuff down the peninsula, down to Hill 85, up to 106, and up to 122 and 82, respectively. So you'd want a helicopter.
Has an Igla as well.
Yeah, and Op4 has the MAT team Igla, so the chopper is going to probably want to do something like this. Wide flank around. It can deploy units up here, or, the Humvees, if it has to air tow them, can go up here and then go down this SSR. And Op4, they are going to have RPGs per group, but this is downhill, and those vehicles can quickly drive down. Another thing you could see is Blue 4 doing the same strategy, going all the way around and deploying guys down the MSR itself. And again, both of these routes lead to Blanches. You can have Blue 4 deploy some guys up here and maintain this overwatch position, and that'll help them feed intel on these objectives, but that's also going to depend on the maximum render distance they get. Usually we see it between 750 and 1,000 meters, so they'll be able to get some recon of Chapoy with that objective, but they're not going to really be able to see much of Cancun, so no matter where they go, they're going to go into this one blind. You could get some recon up in St. Martin, which has the advantage of once you take this area, Blanches, you can then send units up and then send units over like that. And you also have this area over here you can do overwatch from, so the helicopter can bump guys as well. But based off of what I'm seeing, if there's no air tow capability, you're going to see the main MSR into Chapoy get used, and you're going to at least see half of the Blue 4 team going with that. The other half of the Blue 4 team, you might see some go on Overwatch, you might see some come around in one of these flanks I've described here, but I think it's going to be a standard pincer move for Blue 4 going into Op 4. Op 4 is probably going to be aggressive with its defenses. They're going to go to the drawn-out lines I've shown. They might even throw a guy up on the mountain range to cover the northern sector, but the biggest blind spot is everything to the west, and there's no way they'll be able to cover for that. But I think they can infer that once they have Overwatch, they could even send something to go far up on this hill and watch Blue 4 come around if Blue 4 fumbles on the start. So a lot of room for Op 4 to kind of see what Blue 4 is doing, but if Blue 4 is overcautious, they can avoid Op 4's sentries. The issue with being overcautious, though, is will Blue 4 be able to rally back and complete all 3 objectives within the 50-minute window? And that is where the PvP is going to really matter, because if Blue 4 steamrolls, easy Blue 4 win. If Op 4 is able to harass any of the Blue 4 movements early on or shoot something down, Blue 4 is going to be in a lot of trouble to win this. Even though they have the numbers advantage, if they get a helicopter sniped out, I think it depends how many people are in the helicopter, but that could be an early GG by Blue 4, unless we see an Adriano maneuver.
Yeah,
Send in go team 6.
Oh lord.
Now. Did you see what Larry just did?
Yeah, I just saw that go by on the corner of my eye.
Jesus Christ, Larry.
Team 6. Here, I'll take over for you then.
Yeah,
so
please.
something that I noticed that I think would be an interesting maneuver is actually going into or around this bay, opposite on the Bay of Cancun, and moving up to the 0.69 or 0.83, getting eyes on Cancun and striking there first. If they go from the harbor along the line that you marked on the southeast, they're going uphill, and they're not going to really have know what they're coming up against until they get into a close quarters fight. Which is kind of good, kind of bad. They can maneuver to cover a lot more quickly. But at the same time, knowing what you're going to fight or going up against is invaluable, in my opinion, at least. So I like to see that happen for Cancun if they're going to do it flanked on the south side. Otherwise, I think you're about right. You mentioned going north as well. If they're not able to do the tow stuff, they could.
We got a sub from Larry. Make sure you thank him. He's becoming the new sub Santa. Might have some competition
down
soon.
into the lower ground. Hope no one's looking that way, and use the speed of the Humvees to their advantage.
Send in goat teams. I don't know, just with the northern route though, that's gonna take time for the Humvees to actually drive up there, but I could see a rush. But when we have an attack defense style objective, I've never seen a rush in FNF. I think I've seen one, and it works quite well. But then it floundered later when the PvP just got dragged out in a different objective. This was an earlier FNF from a few months ago, but I don't expect there to be any blue 4 rushes. Send in goat team 6 now. Oh shit. Barb. Send in goat
Yes.
Barb, we can't delete our lines on the map from this interface.
Amazing.
Alright, well, let's see what we got. They're at the harbor.
I can.
Alright, if you can, please delete the lines.
All of them?
Yeah, all of them.
Gotcha.
Just to get rid of some clutter here. So, oh my god. You know what the transport is?
What's the transport?
3 armed SOCOM boats.
The Mark V's?
You have frickin' 250 cows, the 134, and a, probably a re-scripted GMG. Send in goat team 6 now. Meanwhile, towards the back of the base, we have the Sea Stallion, and we have the Venom gunship with a camera, and with M134s with scopes on the sides. I'm looking for those armed Humvees. I don't see them, so I think they were already moved. Nope, I found them. They even have Duke systems on them. So those have to be towed in by air then. So this is going to allow Blue 4 to basically do any type of assault. Op 4 starting in the southern objective. They've got... Didn't chat say... didn't the log say they had a BRDM? I thought it was...
Yeah, I thought it said BRDM.
Yeah, it said BRDM, and so we have an BTR-80 and a UAZ 50 cal. We got the 3 chords, but... All right, that's not what it was written. So give me a second. I gotta go change that.
Yeah, and they have some. I think these are gas trucks.
Send in goat.
But just a basic transport truck. It will move a lot of people around. Well, a bit quicker than walking. But yeah, the fact that they start and can con kind of throws a wrench in what I was hoping they'd do. Blue 4 obviously doesn't know that, but.
It might have been discussed while we were, because I think that would have been mentioned to the brief for everyone.
There's a harbor, by the way.
Is there? Send in goat team 6 now. What harbor?
The harbor of Cancun.
Oh, a tipped over frigate. That's cute. I mean, the fog. This is also really interesting. The fog is really, really thick on the low ground. That's going to really help the boats come in. But then again, on the high ground areas, you have a big absence of fog. I'm looking at vantage point 85 to the southeast of the Op 4 AO. You could probably see a boat from up here. Same goes for the nearby vantage point at 106, but that one's a little further off. I could see what, I think it was Colonel Level 100 that made this mission, right? That's what it said in the title.
I don't know.
That's fair. But, yeah, no, I could see a lot of ways for Blue 4 to get into this AO under Op 4's nose, but at the same time, I see a lot of places Op 4 could set up sentries to try to spot the VIX coming in, because I don't think Op 4 is going to know the official type of transport that Blue 4 has. So if Op 4 were to try to hold the boats at the shore, they're going to lose that fight because of the armament of the boats themselves. But I'll be curious. We got Griffin on the Igla. Both sides fielding 7.62 weaponry. So this could go either way, but depending on the insert strategy of both groups, That'll definitely help tell everything. I'm going to quickly look at where the caches are in each spot. So southernmost cache is... I mean, looking at it in proximity to the AO, that's expected. But that perimeter is going to be very nice to defend. They could keep it really close by. There's a lot of big buildings with second stories that they can just garrison with fire teams, and they can hold that one off pretty well. Let's see, top right in the town of Chapoy. So that one is also pretty good. Those buildings next to each other, you can just have a whole squad, or honestly just a whole fire team detachment of like 6 to 7 guys hold that, and they can be fine, and then put a few fire teams out and about in other buildings, and again, do a static defense like that. And then the vineyard, yeah, I mean, that's the same building where the other cache was last time, if not like right next door, but again, like it's its own defensive perimeter, and with some trench work, you can, you know, as long as you're not blocking the entrances, you can also dig up like an internal trench perimeter and just hold that, and then put people in the second stories of those buildings. So, in my opinion, Op4 has some really good AOs to defend, but with this being a 3 AO fight, they're going to probably be better off choosing one to scuttle. Maybe put some booby traps on it, wait for the pop-up to say it's destroyed, and then get some free kills off of those traps. But if I were in their shoes, I would probably put a very light defense force in Chapoy just to hold it off with a trap, and then I would focus on Cancan and Blanches. But then again, with the 2 urban AOs, one's closer to the shore, so it's a matter of would they rather hold a shore or would they hold a large town? And both have their merits, their ups and downs, so we'll see what ground decides to pick. I haven't noticed any changes in the fog. On the water, it does look like it has actually gotten a bit thicker. Now you can't really tell where that boat is until you get right on top of it, so I hope the SOCOM boat doesn't crash into it, but at the same time, SOCOM boat's pretty sturdy. And it's also going to be, I don't know where Op4 is going to put those 3 statics, so I'll try to watch those like a hawk. Iglas, in my opinion, this is me answering chat, they're like the worst form of AA compared to a Stinger and other man pads I've used in the past, but it'll get the job done against a Sea Stallion. Because a Sea Stallion cannot maneuver for shit.
I think Iglas actually are like pretty old technology, like in the 70s or something, just kind of modern.
Yeah, 60s to 70s. It's like a 60-year-old weapon system, but honestly, the Stinger isn't much different.
But yeah, the Stinger's better.
Well, I mean, I was in a PvP a while back in TSB, and I had both an Igla and a Stinger, and I tried to shoot down Ruling Commander in an A10. It took me only 4 Stinger shots to do it, where he was trying to evade and dodge, and it took me like 11 Igla shots to get him to finally like land and die. Crash land would be the best terminology for that, but yeah, no, just the Stinger was better. So, you know, it's one trial, take it what you will, but when I want my air boys to have fun, I give my AI Iglas. If I want them to die, I give my AI Stingers. And it just always works that way.
Fair enough.
Now, we have a Vic driving down the MSR to the shore. It just left the boundary and just realized it left the boundary, so it just got teleported back. So I think it just chose the wrong road to drive down, and I think that group is probably going to head north now to Chapoy, and then I'll see who decides to go up to the vineyard. But honestly, the vineyard only needs to be held by a single squad. Like, that's how well made that AO is on its own.
Absolutely, yeah. Single squad, maybe a squad and an extra fire team, or even just scuttling it would be enough defense. You have a number of natural choke points in all the fence, or all the holes in the exterior, you know, wall, whatever you want to call it, as well as just all these little bushes, this foliage, multiple buildings, lots of windows. It's a great place to defend. It doesn't need a ton of people.
6 minutes remaining. I mean, I don't mean to sound.
Chipoy, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. It looks like we have the armed UAZ being driven by Platoon 2 HQ. They're gonna go north with that, up the MSR. I don't know if they're gonna try to hold the left flank with that, or maybe go up to the hills with that vehicle. We also have the BTR-80 crewed. Logan is in there with Boston. I know Boston is in the multi, so if you want to see the BTR-80 crew, feel free to do ! multi here. And we'll have to see where that goes. But with that being a BTR-80 instead of a BRDM, that BTR-80 is going to be a lot less mobile in basically getting into multiple areas. And I just saw the BTR like run 2 people over, but it's still safe start, so they won't take any damage. One thing I'm noticing for Op 4 as well is no one's touched the statics yet.
So let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
What did you win, Larry? You're scaring me. So, Modidic's saying if you're really good at pretending to crash and make your enemy underestimate you, that's totally a reason, that's totally the reason why it looked like we crash. I mean, I will say this, in terms of feints we see in Friday Night Fights, there has been fake landings done in the past, and that has put other teams through a loop because they think that airborne teams are deploying, but in reality they're not. I will say, though, OFCRA has been better in terms of tactics, but that's also because they have like 2 hours for the one round they do, whereas Friday Night Fights is usually 50-minute rounds. So people have to rush a bit more, and there's less use of tactics and more so just downright PvP actions that determine the round. But either way, I want to look over back at Blue 4 here. Blue 4 is taking all 3 boats. We're having 2 get loaded up with a lot of dudes, and Iceberg is driving 1 boat with somebody else. And you also got, for the other 2 boats, some people on those rear guns. So I wonder what that GMG is rescripted with. And it looks like Blue 4 has also taken 2 full squads, so 24 guys filling the entirety of the Sea Stallion. Sea Stallion also has a rear gun, by the way. And they're going to go do an airborne attack with it, and they've got the Venom gunship, which just has both of its gunners, and an additional guy in there. I don't know who is in there, though, but it might be the remaining guys on Blue 4 that couldn't fit in the Sea Stallion. So we are going to see an airborne fight. Go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, just a little anecdote. I want to say that rear gun is a Gallon 19. It's like a re-kitted M2 to fire really fucking fast.
Yeah. That would make sense. But we'll see if they decide to tow these 2 Vics here. We do have... trying to think. We do have a Foxtrot guy with... is that a folded... He has a folded Scar. A Scar with no stock. That's amazing. But Foxtrot represents, actually in this case it would represent the other weapon squad for Blue 4. I was trying to see if there were any dedicated vehicle crew slots, but I can't seem to find them. I think Hotel is just all pilots today. So the Vics are meant to be force multipliers should they be taken, but I don't know if Blue 4 is going to tow them with both vehicles or just have the Sea Stallion take one and then possibly go back for the other. Meanwhile, looking at Op 4, they're going to put the BTR-80. They've got it in the corner ready to go up on one of those Overwatch positions. Based on its angle, it's probably going to head up to Hill 85, which, luck behold, that was the one I was saying was a little bit better to do Overwatch on. If they go up to the ridgeline south of point 85, they might be able to see some of those boats come in. But again, the fog did get a bit thicker, so now it's going to be a lot tougher to see those boats coming in. So if those boats give the AO a wide berth, they should be able to go in undetectable. We'll see what options they decide to do with those boats.
Yeah, going down to sea level, visibility is like 10, 15 meters tops.
It's nothing, man. Interesting development here. Yeah, right? Op 4 is doing a triple split. They're going to try to hold all 3 AOs, which... We'll have to see how Blue 4 splits their forces. Usually you don't see a faction hold all 3 objectives at once. They might be quicker to try to fall back then, though. But the fear with that is Blue 4, even with a pincer maneuver, which they've got going with, you know, I want to say... 2/5 of their forces in airborne and 3/5 of their forces in the boats. Let me compare those numbers again. 16. That would be 28, 29, 30 to the 26. Yeah, it's about 2 3/5 there. Those pincers could still overwhelm the AOs. So Blue 4 does a 4 split for Divide and Conquer. Op 4 is really going to have to be on top of their game here to make sure they're doing positive KDs here. Not just, trading even 1-1, get 1 kill and die, but at least going 2-1 to whittle down those pincers to force Blue 4 to regroup and eat up more time on the clock.
What's interesting is that they're, and very deliberately, at least at the Vineyard, keeping their Vic ready to go, like getting it out the door, having it ready for them to just load up and move quickly. So I think they're going to be focusing on just raw mobility. One AO gets attacked, or 2 AOs get attacked, the one that isn't getting attacked goes and helps when it's having trouble, and being able to be flexible and adjust to the situation as it unfolds. It sounds good on paper. We'll see how well they can execute it, or even if that's what they do. But I think it sounds like that would work. You know what I mean?
So Victor Koak for the Op 4 group at the Vineyard, he is digging trenches around the openings. He also is the explosive specialist, so I'd be willing to bet he might try to put a trap down or two, because I have seen them do stuff like that in the past. And actually, I think he's about to place one. Do you know what that shooting is, by the way?
No.
I'm going to go check the 50 cal statics for Op 4. Looks like they have started actually setting some up around the southern AO here. We do see some fortifications that have been made. Go ahead.
I see some random shots going off in 2 of the towns, but down southeast, Hill 85, the BTR is coming to the point and might be able to see these boats if it gets lucky. But yeah, it's Logan and Boston, the BTR. I think the boats are way too far off the coast for the BTR to see them, but...
No, that BTR is not going to spawn. If you hit the O key to make the symbols go away, there's no way in hell. The fog is way too thick, and the Blue 4 boats are keeping a nice wide berth. One of them might get a little closer. That's the Platoon 2 HQ boat, but even then, they're still super far out. You still have to go into an altitude of like 100 more meters to see that, so... Good play on the mission maker for making it so that Op 4 couldn't outright camp the landing zones. Blue 4 is going to be able to profit off of that significantly. I thought I saw some of the boats breaking off and going to different sectors, but that wasn't the case. Also, Blue 4 helicopters going up on the northern vector, probably going to do a wide flank and end... Yeah. They might try to go land on the MSR. I do not see either of them towing a Humvee. Humvees are still back at base. So what they might be doing is bringing the infantry first, and then they'll go back, because there's also 3 guys still back at base, so they might be the dedicated drivers for that. Some of them are helicopter dudes, too, which is a little interesting. But it's probably the co-pilots and stuff, because they had to make room for the other people to get on, but they might also then field the Vixen later, because it's less risky to be towing... You'd want to get the infantry down first, and then go back, and then do the slow tow of the armed Humvees. So now we've got Blue 4 boats. They're breaking off. They're going to go for the Southern Harbor attack, which I thought was risky, but the fog really picked up.
And Homebrew's pulling up right next to that frigate. No way he could have seen that thing before he got really close to it. That's funny. But yeah, they're going to be going for this low ground attack. So
that is a good money shot right there.
There's plenty of foliage and some good terrain to work with, but we have this open gap on the southeast side of town where they're going to need to be careful not to be spotted by that. We have a team actually Red 4. Looks like they might be going down that way southeast to form perimeter, looking towards that harbor, but they should not really have any inclination that Blue 4 is here. That BTR could not have possibly spotted them, and the rain honestly masks the engine sound pretty well.
So we've got Iceberg and Dingo part of command. They're still on a boat farther back. They might be trying to overwatch here, but other groups have landed. We've got basically this force also breaking apart into a pincer. So we might see a direct attack, and then the far group is going to try to do a wide flank. but we'll have to see how that goes. Meanwhile, Blue 4 helicopters might move past that MSR and instead deploy to the west of Cancun, and you might actually see a full unified attack on a single objective, and that would definitely overwhelm the garrison. This is the one thing I was fearful about with OPFOR dividing its forces into 3 chunks to defend, is that if Blue 4 does a unified attack, OPFOR is going to really struggle to basically hold his position, especially since Blue 4, I mean, they're doing a really good job kind of breaking their forces apart, making sure that they don't have too many guys at one angle. One wild card I do want to point out here, though, is I'm seeing Scandi Recon members on the southern objective. We've got Nemesis, Skelly, Yanni, Yander, and I hate to play favoritism, but to the people that didn't hear me say this the other day, there was the first team that was assigned to Blue 4, when they got asked for command, the commander said, no, I don't want to ruin my win streak because you put Scandi Recon on OPFOR. So they have a reputation here as some of the really powerful players in Friday Night Fights, and there's a reason they're they're going to be fearful here. But we do have TSV, which is cream from the same crop, at least, coming in on Blue 4, so it's going to be an interesting mix here for the first wave of combat, to say the least.
You want to know something that's going to be very funny if Blue 4 is able to take this southeastern town?
Mm-hmm. Having Yander moving one of the statics, though, but go ahead. Oh, wait, all the transport trucks, right?
Yeah, all the transport trucks. So they may not even need those Humvees just to move around. They still want them for that 50 cal and the armor that it provides, but they're going to be able to move as soon as they take the town, find the cash, and clear the town. They have 4 trucks to work with.
By the way, Venom gunship going into La Riviere. I think he's trying to find an LZ, but he's going to land a group over there. Whether or not he'll go to the winery or they'll try to come in the rear of Cancun is anyone's guess, but I think the other helicopter, it's still going south, still has a lot of dudes. I think it was just letting the Venom test the waters there, but they've been able to get boots on the ground. We also saw a flare get popped over Cancun. I don't know if that's because OPFOR spotted them. Nope, we're having shots open up now.
Yep. Looks like a machine gun team. Yeah, Wheezy with the PKP spotted...
open up on Arcor and Martin, the FNF devs. Nutty Percy's trying to crawl through. He's getting engaged. Yeah. Blue 4 doesn't realize where that machine gun is. But that machine gunner, I mean, he's got a lot of guys going in the kill zone right here. And you're having Grenadier rounds landing short, possibly into friendlies as well. And Blue 4 is caught out of position here. But they're trying to grab cover and fire back. Yeah, we have the frickin' FNF staff members on Blue 4 up here as well.
Yeah, that flare is perfect. That's going to land right on Blue 4, the attacking Blue 4's position. So OPFOR is going to know exactly where they're coming from.
Good target acquisition right there. And we have the, yep, now we have the Sea Stallion going in to land the pincer group, and I think that pincer is going to go try to attack the vineyard. So, again, a good pincer strategy for Blue 4, trying to hit as many objectives as they can with the unified force, and because OPFOR is divided into 3 AOs evenly, they're going to be able to, Blue 4 is going to be able to have an easier time taking those objectives. Now, that BTR-80 is still on an Overwatch vector, trying to look for anything. It's not going to be able to spot anything, though, so I think it's going to be pulled back soon.
Oh,
but,
no.
We got Potato caught out of position. He's unconscious. STS is dead.
Someone, all the infantry just dismounted the Sea Stallion. Someone got flung about.
Yeah, I saw that. That was STS. He is now dead, I'm afraid. They're trying to medic him up, but no, he is KIA.
He's dead. He is a god.
You that's gotta suck, man. We started like an hour late, and then you get in a chopper, and then you die the first round. But that is what happens with FNF. Also, we have Anderson lone wolfing as a medic. He's another staff member.
Oh Lord.
One of my pet peeves when I Zeus is when I see medics lone wolf. So it's like, I hope he gets shot. But that's okay.
It's always the medic. It's
always the medic.
Down here in Cancun now, we're getting some pretty close quarters fighting. Less than 100 meters.
So we just saw
pushing up.
Griffin got a kill. Griffin is the Igla guy, though. So I think they're going to give up on trying to shoot the helicopters down because, Blue 4 is already here.
We have TSB versus Scandi Recon.
Yes.
At CanCon.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
I pointed it out to you, Forehead.
Scandi Recon CanCon? Recon? There's something in there, somewhere.
It's Scandi Recon versus TSB, so, it's people from the same community because Scandi Recon is a subgroup within TSB. But we also have Eander on the 14.5 millimeter. Actually, that's a 12.7, my bad. Firing up at Martin. There's the sound of that gun. That was really confusing there for a second. We got Arcor pushing up on the right. But yeah, traveling up that MSR is going to be painful. And you got a full firing line coming up. Martin just got hit by some sort of GL. And we might see Scandi Recon hold the initial Blue 4 guys coming in, but this big amount of TSB guys pushing down middle could be devastating. But Infidel comes up and catches a few them out of position. That could quickly change, because when Blue 4 bunches up, it can just mean an Op 4 guy can get behind them and take more dudes out. Explosive trap going off. Unfortunately, it was null, because no TSB members were in that building, but good call by Op 4 to at least plant those and try. There's the other one on TSB! That at least got a kill. And we have DeVincer that just went down to Vlad.
This Blue 4 Echo team needs to hurry up. They're just stagnating on this little road, or little hut. With the, I don't even know what you want to call it, but outlying the main city. They're just sold up there. They need to get moving.
Yeah, so that Blue 4, yeah, they definitely need to come in and help with the encircle, because Blue 4 is outnumbered by Op 4 on this flank, but Op 4 is still doing a good job pulling 360, anticipating another Blue 4 group to come in. So if Op 4 can sweep some more Blue 4 guys, they should have ample opportunity to kill the rest of this Echo squad coming in, which is just, looks like they're trying to use explosives to snipe out a Sentry team. They knocked the legs out of Wheezy. But they need to come in and really help with this force coming in. Also, I think these, I'm seeing Clown and Sideways. Those are guys I've recognized from StarSim. Oh, damn. I think I just saw Yanni. Yeah, I just saw Yanni GL a guy. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Martin. No, Martin's back there. So it might not have been, but Yanni's on 2 kills already.
Damn.
And the other Blue 4 group, they've deployed. They are now going to the vineyard.
Real quick, they're progressing onto this part of the MSR. Iander here has a cord
63% chance for Blue 4 doing it.
Bunker. So if they poke their heads out in the wrong spot, he's going to take it clean off.
Yeah, so Iander was using that cord to shoot at Martin as he was trying to cross, but Martin was able to pull back. But Iander, realizing he is on the edge, he is pulling back while people cover him. Good coordinated call by Op 4, slowly letting Blue 4 come in, as Blue 4 is now making that unified attack happen, as we're seeing Echo starting to engage the southeastern group of Op 4 with some really well-placed GL rounds. And now we see Morales picking up Wheezy. Yun might try to pick up Vlad here, but Blue 4's got that building pretty well locked down, so they're starting to do a nice encroachment on Op 4's positions. But I also like just how spaced out this attack is. Martin being on the far western side, not crossing that road in fear of that 12.7 static, the cord. But Blue 4 is also now extending to the east, and they're trying to, take a lot of territory here and really test the 360 of Op 4 to stretch them thin. So I think that's really good on Blue 4 for making this maneuver. Explosive going off, knocking out Yun as he was trying to pull Morales back. And Morales goes dead. So good explosive use right there. But I would say it's still anyone's game for this one. It's, again, going to fall to the PvP if someone's able to get behind someone's line. But Op4 doing the good job of pulling good 360. We still see people on the back line watching other vectors in case Blue 4 sends in more guys. And Blue 4 doing a good job pushing that new flank that's opened up to the east with Echo, because Delta, who is TSB, took a lot of punishment, and now Echo is kind of relieving that stress, making Op4 kind of reposition some of their units. So it's a good call here. It's a very good call. Hey, Jaeger, thanks for 100 bits, man.
Echo here has a great
Rest in peace, Mox.
Area to push.
That's what he gets for calling me a nerd.
Underbelly. They would push it aside. The only way they have to deal with Oddball and Nemesis, and then they have a pretty good flank going. I mean, just to be able to put pressure on them and allow the Delta team to move up more, move up without getting shot up so much, and work together to just pincer and envelop this team here on Red 4.
All right. A few updates for you, by the way, Barb. As Blue 4 is rushing an Echo team really close to the objective, which is great mobility. That'll probably help catch Op 4 with their pants down. Blue 4 having a massive battle line going to the Vineyard objective. You got the Huey still in the AO, Venom, whatever you want to call it. We have the Sea Stallion trying to tow one of the Humvees. It's struggling a little bit, though, but we might see those into play. And also the BTR-80 has started pulling back into the southern AO. It is on Overwatch right now. I think it's trying to find a vector to shoot at some of the Blue 4 guys. Now you got Blue 4.
Just has the miniguns off the side, right?
Correct. Oh, we got Oddball behind some of the Echo team, but he immediately gets picked off by Mags and Sideways. Sideways scoring the kill. So great 360 being done by this fire team. Oddball he started firing, had an opportunity to at least kill one of them, but I love seeing when you have a team going in at any level. I love seeing the 360, because if you don't pull it, that just lets the enemy get a massive amount of kills on you. But Nemesis, he is in the building close by. He is looking in that direction. Interesting to see him without a machine gun, but he does have a cord in this building. And he's trying to spot some of these Blue 4 guys coming around. He might have just caught a few of them moving. Yep, so he just shot at Mags. Didn't score a kill, though. Got a hit, though. Mags is going to poke his head out on that window, try to look for Nemesis, but Nemesis pulled back. And now, ooh, Nemesis getting a nice headshot off of Mags. That's why you never want to re-poke the same angle that you just took shots from. Nemesis now taking shots from Sideways, though. But Nemesis is at a different angle now, shooting at Coda and Shade.
He's going through a lot of ammo.
Yeah. But he has that cord up there. If he could set it up, he could dish a lot of damage, but he's with a lot of Op 4 guys there. So if he communicates with them, he could have them move in. Meanwhile, a flare being shot into that building, I don't think that's what Sideways wanted to fire in there. But now you've got, let's see, Nemesis, he is wounded. He's taking bandaging from Falcon, because you got to remember, with Ace, if you bandage your buddy, it's actually quicker than you bandaging yourself. So I like that strategy there. But now that Blue 4, northeastern flank is being halted. But this is allowing the rest of Blue 4 to kind of regroup and encroach a bit more, because we saw a lot of Op 4 pull back, thinking there were more Blue 4 guys on that flank than there actually were. So Blue 4 now reconsolidating around this cache. It's going to allow Blue 4 to get closer. And now that I look at it, I think there's slightly more Blue 4 guys in this AO than Op 4 now. That's because if you look at the Charlie 2 group for Op 4, you have almost an entire team down with the exception of one guy. So that's where the PvP hits have been going. You got 2 other skulls in a different group. And then for Blue 4, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10 skulls, 11 skulls. How did Iceberg die? Oh, he landed as well with Dingo. So, 10... I saw that too. Kane Shibe getting knocked out by the grenade, also taking out his building. Really good grenade work there.
And you know what's in that building? The Igla.
That would be, yeah, because the other one's dead. So if Blue 4 finds that, they'll know that they can be a lot more loose with that Venom gunship. But we have the Sea Stallion coming in now, and it is towing one of those 50 cal fix. But they have to be careful, because that BTR is coming down. It moved again, but now it's coming down the MSR. That BTR could easily make mincemeat out of that Sea Stallion. Kane looks like he woke back up. Throwing grenades out to try to pull defensive. None of them are going to land marks, though, because TSB's in the other building. And now you got Nemesis and Skelly coming around, trying to clean up this Blue 4 push. They're shooting at Oscar, but Oscar's desyncing out. So I hope they realize that and decide not to waste any more ammo. Meanwhile, you have Infidel and Danzer trying to come up to take out the remaining Blue 4 guys, but Infidel goes down. Shade is also down up here on a window.
Here comes Logan and Boston.
And now you've got Jones trying to kill Oscar, but Oscar again desyncing out. That's just one of the things that can't be helped. But look at how Blue 4 is starting to push in. Op 4 not really able to do much. Blue 4 also setting up to take the Vineyard here. They're going to win that fight as well. Heckfly, meanwhile, firing into the building while Danzer staying prone, waiting for them to come up that door. So that was a good suppression shot there. I think he under-died because we just saw him disconnect. And we just saw Yanni catch a Blue 4 guy out in the open. I don't know who it was, but again, good angle work from these buildings. Dr. Britt firing at Arcor, but Arcor was able to duck back and cover. Meanwhile, Danzer breaching that building. Skelly and Nemesis have joined him. He got a kill, I think, on Coda, and now Sideways is trying to camp the stairwell. He's also throwing grenades. Accidentally throws a bad frag. It bounces off of the edge of the stairwell next to him. He doesn't take any damage for that, though, thankfully. And now you've got Scandia Recon trying to reach in. But I think Danzer also just threw a bad frag. That one he did hurt himself on, though. Crippled his legs. Oof. Bad frags all around. You got to be careful, boys. Once you pull the pin, the grenade is no longer your friend.
Logan started to open
There's
up,
Oscar's disconnect.
on Dingo, Reaper, Sandy, and Galil over here on the south side.
I just saw Clown reload his 40mm. But I'm not seeing anyone with AT for Blue 4. Nope, we got Bread with AT trying to get an angle on this BTR. And look at this. We actually have a counterattack coming of more Op4 guys. 2 small fire teams. One containing Platoon 2 HQ. And then you have a detachment of Delta coming around too. That's going to be really interesting to see if they can envelop the Blue 4 force and take more of them out. They might be able to actually hold that objective. Meanwhile, Nemesis and Danzer able to breach in and take out Sideways and Shade. Skelly went down though, but Danzer is a medic. He could go in there and bring those Op4 guys back. And then the Sea Stallion is bringing in that one Humvee to probably drop by Blue 4 as the helicopter, the Venom, excuse me, is still doing harassment. Sideways woke back up, but it looks like Nemesis just got the double tap, and yeah, he's making sure he's dead. 3 kills on Nemesis. Nice. But yeah, no, it looks like Blue 4's actually pulled back, fearful of that BTR, but that BTR coming in, they have to be careful with it because AT, and there she is smoking. So they need to pull that Vic back, because I'd hate to see it get 18 and destroyed next to the cache, yet they're pushing it towards the cache. No!
Oh,
no, what are you doing? That's the worst possible spot you could have put it!
Here we go.
They're gonna die.
2, 1, and...
So Logan gets knocked out. Thankfully, it doesn't blow up a building, but usually Cook-Off does destroy structures, but that was dumb. That was very, very dumb. They at least need to get an infantry screen going. Yeah, they got very lucky with that. Danzer, I'm hoping, goes in and starts doing medical on the 2 Op4 guys down right here, because bringing back Infidel and Skelly would be really good for Op4, 2 really good players. Boston, meanwhile, knocking out our core. And
one of these fire teams has gone completely past the town of King Khan. Their Navy and Frank are just heading southwest. They're just going off on their own. They've turned around now, and Twinking is trying to
I think they're trying to find a different angle. Yeah, they're trying to find a different angle to get on here, but Op4, yeah, we're starting to see some Op4 units collapsing from the south, right behind Blue 4's line. It's a very, very long play there, but they're starting to come into town. They could still save this cache as long as the forces keep defending. Looks like Infidel bled out, but we do have Danzer working on Skelly. A lot of bandages down. Again, bringing Skelly back would be a very good idea. Twig Keen, he's come in. He's behind Galil and Reaper. He doesn't know about it yet.
Adriano's taking one of the cords.
Will he pull an Adriano maneuver here and get another 23 kills? We'll have to see it. He's on 2 kills so far. Yeah, he just wanted to suppress it. Probably saw Nemesis up there. Yeah, honestly, 2 of arguably the best players in FNF engaging each other directly. That's a rare treat. Alec taking out Logan, who was trying to flank around. But yeah, those 7.62 scars, they do not fuck around. But Op4 really needs to consolidate in these buildings and hold. And now we have Adriano spraying the building Boston's in because he saw some movement.
Oh, for a second I thought he hit Arcor. No, I don't think he could hit Arcor.
You got the Venom flying around the vineyard. Op4 maintaining a good defense. Blue 4 still being slow to come up there. And
Sea Stallion buzzing Can Con.
Oh, you're right, it did.
Fire
It's
support
getting
off the
fired.
back, and it just landed by
Oh!
friendlies. It nearly took off the head of Prosy.
So I gotta wonder where they dropped that Humvee off, and if we'll see Blue 4 try to go for it. I do see Blue 4 sending some guys back up the MSRs. We got to assume it was dropped off somewhere, but that Humvee could offer some pretty good fire support. Since they know that whatever BRDM, BTR, whatever OPFOR had, because again, the mission said one thing but gave another. Oh, we just saw a beautiful GL round by Falcon kill Homebrew, and also injure Bread. That was awesome. But, you know, with Blue 4 getting that fire support back, that'll really help them at least for the, the Vineyard objective. We're also seeing the Venom using its M134s to fire into that Vineyard. So OPFOR knows that there's an attack coming. Also, it looks like the fog has died down. It's a lot less foggy. You can see the ship a lot more clearly now, but too little too late for OPFOR.
No, I think the timing was great for Blue 4. They got in, and now that they're, in and have a foothold on land, now it opens up a much more capable round.
Hold on, I just watched Audrey Hotto murder Boston. Nemesis tried to get a kill, but Audrey Hotto literally dodged all of the bullets going back and forth. And look at that. Both of them anticipated it, decided to come around. Nemesis anticipating Audrey Hotto's movement as well, trying to throw some grenades to stop Audrey Hotto. Audrey Hotto, meanwhile, noticing those grenades, he's going to throw some of his own, but that caused him to pull off security. He would have caught Nemesis out of position. Now he's trying to catch Nemesis out, but Audrey Hotto's with Potato. Nemesis might be able to spot him through the bushes and set something up here, but instead he's going to bandage. This is what two professional players, in my opinion, go for. Potato is with Audrey, but Nemesis would probably, after he's done bandaging, kill Potato, but get caught out of position. But Potato, I mean, going prone in the open like that, probably not the smartest idea. We're having some other fighting going on. Dingo taking out.
He's not going to see this flank.
And there's Nemesis taking Potato out, as I called. We had Dingo kill the medic who was trying to bring Skelly back. And Nemesis now trying to do a wider flank here. You still have Jones and Flying Finn defending the cache. Falcon in the building next door. But, Audrey Hotto gets taken out from the OPFOR Delta team that was coming in from the rear. He got shot from under. Oh, that is a nasty keyhole for Audrey Hotto to be shot from. But honestly, this is some of the beauty of FNF. You never know where the enemy truly is. And OPFOR, hold up, OPFOR, Navy and Frank, a marksman team, they saw Reapers and Galil in the building next door, and they actually went in and killed both Galil and Reapers. They just double-tapped Galil, so now Blue 4 is in trouble. Reapers firing at another guy. I didn't catch who that was. Oh, no, but Audrey Hotto immediately getting dropped because two OPFOR guys were right on top of him. Yeah. Clown now breaching the cache building. Flying Finn, though, is able to eliminate him from that little hidey hole, listening to his footsteps. Good call on the defensive there. But this Blue 4 attack might fall apart here. Chief needs to go up and double tap Potato and Audrey Hotto. Potato might wake back up. Audrey Hotto already woke up once, but I doubt he'll wake up again. We have Prosy still alive, trying to loot a body. He needs to take a radio and tell Blue 4 that this attack has failed at this point. But I don't think Blue 4 realizes just how few guys they have. GL round going in, destroying Falcon's building and knocking him unconscious. Flying Finn trying to go out to the rear, but Legia firing at him. I thought Jones just fired at Legia, but no, that was Elik trying to suppress Jones from coming out that window. But Legia then going down.
Spray down.
Taking some double taps to the back, but Elik dragging him into a building so he doesn't get double tapped. But look at where Mike is. Mike not looking over to see that Blue 4 is right there. They might look into that open doorway, though, and catch Elik out of position. And that's exactly what Mike's going to do. No, he's not. And there's Elik to shut the door. And OPFOR had no idea, so Elik is now flanking around.
Going up to the top floor, gonna throw a grenade out the window, maybe?
Yep, so Elik trying to get an angle from the bomb. No, he throws a perfect grenade!
And none of them notice.
Knocks out Chief, wounds Mike. No, knocks Mike out as well, wounds Mass. Perfect grenade throw, but now that building's partially taken out. Elik now getting an angle, shooting at somebody else. And we got Prosy and Hadav around the cache. Falcon's woken back up, though. I think he's going to try to bandage himself to save. We got Mike and Mass up again. Door just opened. I think Legia somehow opened the door unconscious, because There's no reason for that door to open unless there is a client-side bunny or snake that opened that door, because that is also possible, because this game is fucking weird. So Elic, I'm seeing him shoot more shots. He fires into the building, knocks out Jones. It is now up to Flying Finn to hold that cash. He is looking down the stairwell as Prozzy is starting to breach that building. Had him firing some shots to the side. I think got a kill on, I already forgot the name. We got Dingo, though, on the flank here. He could knock out some of these Op 4 guys in the open. That's exactly what he's going to do. Knocks out Chief, tries to hit Lusode. And now Blue 4 is doing their best. We're going to have Prozzy face off with Flying Finn here. Prozzy, though, throwing a grenade up in Elic's building, not knowing who's where. And that grenade knocks out the building and kills Elic. Oh, blue on blue. There's no way Prozzy would have known, though.
No way. I mean, it's just bad luck, but that's the worst possible outcome. A grenade taking out the building and the cord.
Aye. So after I see Flying Finn win this shot, I'm gonna go to the other fight here. But no, he's sticking close because we got the Vineyard is starting to take contact here. We've got the UAZ for Op 4 driving around trying to score some kills here. Has no idea. Blue 4 guys right next door, but it just get hits by the Maz at point blank by buckets.
Takes out Prozzy. The cache has been secured by Falcon and Finn.
Yep, and all of Blue 4 is dead at that position. GG for Op 4 on that fight. Let's shift over and watch the other fight that's going to go down here, and that is the Battle of the Vineyard. Blue 4 doing a nice encirclement maneuver, trying to get it at multiple angles, but we have...
It's going to be a tough nut to crack.
Yeah. Blue 4 definitely has the numbers advantage here, but Op 4 has good security, taking the main building, the side buildings. But if Blue 4 can use explosives and knock that building out, that's going to be all she wrote there. But we got Blue 4 breaching at multiple vectors. It's a good call. That Vic, again, is down because of a point-blank shot by Buckets with the Mat gun. They just double-tapped one of the guys that were unconscious as well. Honestly, Air needs to spray the shit out of this building. And we also have Blue 4 bringing up one of its 50 cal Duke Humvees. Now you got Stray firing into the windows.
Yes.
Larry giving a sub to Az. Noise.
All hell.
Hope you keep enjoying the ops. I hope getting a kick out of this.
They're going to be able to use that to really break down these walls and suppress these windows. Pierce the walls too, probably with that 50.
Blue 4 just needs to kind of line up a chopper and start spraying down that central building with one of their aircraft. Maybe the Sea Stallion would be good for that. But we do see the Sea Stallion coming in for a low bid. And Anderson's pushed up to the corner. But we got veterans in here like Stottenbay. I personally just call him Stalingrad because I can never pronounce his name right. But will Op 4 be able to hold? Here's the chopper gun strike. There it is. Not landing any kills, but it's doing a good job suppressing.
The Humvee is actually just a little bit too short. It's hit. The gun is hitting the lip just below. The
Gunner's down.
The outward fence. And
yeah, I mean.
The gunner's down.
Yeah, so 2600K, unfortunately, because the Op 4 guys had elevation on and were able to easily pick them off, which is a shame. But it's not looking good for Blue 4, because Blue 4 has a lot of their dudes down, and Op 4 still has, you know, an entire defense force at the third objective, but they are spread thin. So Blue 4 can win this PvP fight. I could see them rallying, but we're going to see the 15-minute warning get called in about 2 minutes. So Blue 4 needs to step up.
Blue 4 Bravo down here to the southwest of the Vineyard, like, they've been here for a while. I've seen this before and called it up in this very round. Like, Blue 4's been very, very slow, and for attacking with this split force, speed's your only, like, strength right now. So to see them not really work with that is kind of explanatory of why some things haven't been working out for them.
I do like how we have DeClark and Stray, two more veterans that I recognize for FNF. They're trying to go on the outskirts here and pick off dudes on the windows. And if you look, you actually do have two guys dead on the southern windows because of this. We just saw AT go down. I think they were trying to engage the Humvee, but it pulled back. If not, they were probably trying to blow up the truck to make it explode to kill some Blue 4 guys, which, again, it's a valid strategy. But I think because that's a Russian Kamaz, it's able to tank rounds like that. Op 4 has a dead marksman on the western side of the building, by the way. bad position to be in. We got DeClark and Stray still on Overwatch, but Stray is starting to come in. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 active Op4 guys. And Blue 4, I think, might be coming in for another gun run. You hear that Venom gunship in the air.
I mean, really, the thing has been
I think they're just shooting at Anderson.
But I don't think that's what they need right now. They need to actually get in there and hard clear these buildings. But they're gonna need that Bravo to get up here. The Humvee's coming back in. They got
Stray getting taken out by Vlash, by the way. And Humvee is coming back, but Op4 doesn't have anyone on those Overwatch vectors, but Dusty could quickly turn around. You also have Burt might come back around. He does have a GL as well, and they could take AT. You just had a grenade get thrown. 50 cal rounds going up to the top, trying to suppress.
He's trying to pierce that wall with that heavy 50 cal, trying to suppress, like you said. Grenade coming out from Muniz. Good arm, but not quite.
They're just trying to make sure that that area is breached. You got the M134s on that helicopter firing down on the compound, but that 5.56 is not going to penetrate those buildings. There's the 15-minute warning called at the 50-minute mark. And that gunner once again is shot out of the Vic.
Jeez,
there's too many windows to watch for that gunner to be truly effective. Humvees or any fast-moving car with a gun, they're best for mobility and just shock and awe value more than precise targeting, because if they hold for too long, then especially for an open-top Humvee like this one, the gunner will be shot out. But a GL round just went in, got a nasty hit on the engine. Another GL just went in as the engine came on, and that Vic is dead in the water. So Blue 4, they got a lot of guys coming up that northwestern flank. I think they're going to attempt to push. We got Mosh in this bush right here, watching that opening like a hawk. He could easily score some kills in. You just saw Gastel go in, so Mosh now adjusts. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Gets a kill, gets a drop. Unfortunately gets dropped by Gastel, who was able to see his gun poking through the bush. But
still, two of them.
Look at all those bodies on that entrance. Like, Jesus Christ. One guy chilling. So like I said in the beginning, as long as Op4 is able to get positive KDs, they'll be fine in this AO. We just saw Moz round go into the central building. But
trying to take it out.
I mean, Op4's done really well this round in defending. I'm surprised they held that southern objective that well, but I mean, again, they fought Scandi Recon, so it wasn't that much of a surprise to me. But there's that fast-firing 50 cal, laying down rounds, trying to breach the rooftops. It can, but the bullet velocity goes really weak. We just saw a round impact through, but Op4 is just really lucky that none of those rounds are actually hitting them. And now you have machine guns from the...
I don't see how Blue 4 could take this. They haven't even taken one objective, and they have, what, 12, 13 minutes left?
And we just still have so many Bravo guys doing nothing on Overwatch. Like, I don't get it. We see time and time again, Blue 4, they could easily push their numbers advantage. Maybe it's because the commander doesn't want to send too many guys in at the same time. Maybe it's because command is just completely borked right now, because you got blue and red mixed together in this AO, and you still have the choppers engaging. But it is towards the end of the round, so that could be an option, because no one has a long range anymore, so it's all just balls to the wall at this point.
Oh, the Thor tries to peek his head through the window, and Staffenberger takes him out.
Yeah, speaking of balls to the wall, aim at the balls, just got hit in the balls, and that's why he's unconscious, but... I don't know, just... There's no fast transport. Actually, no, there is a truck they could mount up in the center of this AO they could use to push to another AO, pick up their Blue 4 guys, but they're going to have to risk a force split with this many Op4 guys still alive, but... I don't see Blue 4 recovering from this one.
They took too long for the most part, and I mean, I thought the timing was going to be great, but Red 4 actually...
I know, their ground command is dead.
What I expected them to do. They did not react at all. They held their ground.
Fucking turkey shooting by Dusty just took out one of the Blue 4 guys that was coming up to breach, but took him a little bit. But that cache is actually giving them cover too, but... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's just, yeah, Red 4 stood their ground incredibly well and incredibly diligently. And, yeah, that kept them from really exposing themselves to these flanking maneuvers. They maintain 360 on a large scale and on a small scale very well. Because they also caught them out in the open in Canton.
Bucket's trying to get Vlash. That Sea Stallion doing low striking airstrike. This is really cool. Buckets falling in the same trap Anderson did and trying to take on Vlash in a defensive position, and it does not work out for Buckets. Dusty just missed through a grenade and just caused damage to the building. I heard it smoke. And then Dusty quickly trying to take out, I think it was either Yanao or Yarn. There's so many guys with freaking Y's and V's in their name here. I got Dusty. He's changed his angle because now he thinks that Blue 4 is going to try to predict that he's up there. But, I mean, that's a good change of tactics for Dusty, changing his firing angles. So that Blue 4, when they try to go for one, they'll get engaged by the other and vice versa. Guys, it's not about who wins, it's about how many people are able to kill each other by the end for our entertainment. But no, I would agree, Blue 4 it's in trouble.
I mean, right now it's just down to very close quarters fighting. But it's,
You have a detachment of Bravo. They're actually heading to the AO. I don't know which AO they're going for, but they're going for one of the different ones. And the Sea Stallion got shot down somehow.
Huh.
I think it tried a landing. Maybe their engine or main rotor got hit by something, but yeah, no.
They should still have the Dishcom or some kind of HMG somewhere.
Well, all their HMGs they left at the southern AO, and the UAZ was smacked earlier. You can still see its wreck on the southwestern side down the little road to the vineyard on that MSR. That got smacked by a MAT team gunner as the attack began.
I missed that. All right, then.
So meanwhile, Blue 4 has cleared out Dusty and the other guy in the second story. They can now destroy this cache. But aim at the ball's chaining with Yano. Stalingrad, a.k.a. Stottenbay, getting another kill. He is being Stalingrad right now, holding this position. You see bodies, bandages, spent magazine casings, everything around here. And now Lucius might try to breach. But he could also fall into the same fate because Stottenbay, he's got a really good firing line set up right here. So instead, Lucius does the smart thing and throws a grenade and primed it perfectly to land right on Stottenbay before he could react.
It didn't really hurt him, and another one goes out.
More grenades coming out. Stottenbay immediately pulling back. We might see Stottenbay try to pull around. Lucius might catch an angle on him. Lucius hears his footsteps, so we know Stottenbay's coming around. Stottenbay wins the fight, but he got hit quite a bit. Layden trying to hit him with that 7.62 marksman rifle and manages to get the knockout. So now Blue 4 has the vineyard secured, but at what cost, Barbarian?
Too great of a cost. We have Rick now setting some stuff up on the cache itself, but it's too little too late. Bravo's heading, looks like they're going towards Chapoy, which, I mean, the other two options they have is actually the wrong choice, because CanCon only has 5 people defending it. So they have a tougher fight at Chapoy.
No. I completely agree with this maneuver, because to the south, we have Flying Finn, and we have Falcon. Where did Nemesis go? Is he dead?
I thought Nemesis died a while ago, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I thought he bled out. Or maybe that was Infidel.
Yeah, no, he died somewhere up here, I guess, fighting Blue 4 in that re-attack. But I know Audrey Hotto was killed. I just didn't see him get killed by the Blue 4 guys, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have, Op 4 up here. I mean, one of them has a marksman rifle, and they're looking around, but I don't know. Blue 4, with the remaining little under 6 minutes, they got to get that cache demoed. There is a truck they can take, and they can still move in. They still have the gunship to help them. Gunship looks like it's landing to pick up some dudes at the downed helicopter. We could still see a clutch by Blue 4 if they're quick enough. 6 minutes is a lot of time, but we need to see people grab Vix and be mobile ASAP here, and we need to see this cache get destroyed now. We got a charge going on it, which is good. But this Bravo team and the Bravo squad leader, they need to go in and they need to get something done. They do have a demo specialist going south. I don't know if they're going to the southern objective or if they're going to go to the north, but 4 on 5 there. Blue 4 and Op 4, I would actually say, are pretty even numbers-wise. It's just Blue 4 is a little more spread out, but they're going to have to risk a pincer maneuver to get this operation done.
Yeah, I suppose it's still possible with the nature of the objective being just, destroy the caches. We've seen it before where, one team becomes the underdog and is able to just snatch out the victory by completing the objectives and ignoring most of the infantry. So we'll see if they can pull that off.
So Blue 4, they haven't realized that that other truck is there. They're trying to check the Humvee to see if it's working, but it's not. And then the other 2 Blue 4 guys are stuck medicing. That is not what you want to be doing right now. You need to be rushing this at this point.
And there he goes. And there goes the cache.
All right, so cache is down. Now Blue 4 need to get in that truck and go. Actually, it looks like they were able to get Lucius up. And he did have an LR, so I think now he's going to be able to rally some of these guys. They got to get the truck, and they need to go. I don't know where Joe's going, but again, got to go for that truck.
And yep, that's what Lucius is doing.
That's good. 5 minutes remaining. We have the gunship. It looks like it's doing a wide flank. It's going to go land troops at a different angle. It does have a lot of guys in there now. It's got 5+. So that's 6 people that could be dropped off to go hit an objective. At this point, they just need to get everyone out of that chopper and go and attack something, because they're not going to do a lot of good up there. But Blue 4, I'm just saying this for the record, even though there's 5 minutes left, they have the means to win this. If they were to do a rush and win the PvP, there is still a chance. It's slim, admittedly, but I've seen some crazy fucking clutches. 2 weeks ago, do you remember the Proving Grounds fight? Literally down to the wire. Op 4 only lost because the last Op 4 defender, instead of killing the Blue 4 guy, stepped out of the zone, and Blue 4 won it in overtime. But if Op 4 killed that one guy in that 1v1, Blue 4 didn't have any other guys left to go into that AO, and they would have won. So we got the Bravo team now encroaching that objective. Hold up. Did the helicopter land? Where's
still flying around.
How many people does it have?
Just
one. So it deployed. I think it deployed the 4 guys. Yep. So we still have a possibility here. I think it's flying over. I think it's gonna pick up the dudes in that truck. Or no, the truck, they picked up those guys. 3 minutes remaining. If they go to Chapoy, where they're needed the most, they could do this. And then you got to let the 4 guys on the south get this fight.
Navy could very well spot them out, but because he's just poking around, not doing much. Oh, he peeks out the corner at just the right time for Blue 4 to pass. They're going to really close up. Falcon now, he might spot out Bassbeard. Yep.
Try and catch Bassbeard out of position. Yep.
And now that cover is blown. But they're really close to this place now.
This is the pilot game. Flying Finn looking out the window. Might catch Lovo and Dreams out of position. Lovo firing back and manages to knock Finn out.
Oh my god. Patriot against
Frank getting knocked out by Patriot. Dreams now coming up. Does a lot of damage to Lusod. Bad frag is thrown though. Dreams in cover though. Wow, blink of the eye. Blue 4 is able to get this back. Frank waking back up, gets knocked out by Patriot again though. Frank,
he's coming up from behind. He doesn't know what's going on.
Wow. Falcon trying to jump down to catch Bassbeard. Fireflame's right in front of Bassbeard.
The pilot has secured the cache.
That's the southern objective taken. That's all of Op 4 dead except for 1 guy, except for Navy.
Yep, and he's going away from the action. He's running away from the shots.
So they've got some AT right there. They're gonna unload all of their ammo into it. Navy pulling back. Blue 4 has that cache secured. Now it's up to the northern group to take it.
Wow.
We got Eagle Eye and Tackleberry down.
Completely shredded all of his limbs.
Dude, look at Apu. He's in a tree. There's the next group of Blue 4 coming down, but he's not gonna be able to get around.
Falcon woke back up in Ken Khan. He took out Zlovlo and Bassbeard, and he's going to get revenge for the cache.
He's got an M249 selected. Manages to knock Falcon out. Patriot firing back though.
Patriot runs out of ammo. Falcon runs out of ammo.
Falcon runs out of ammo. Switching to his handgun. Knocks Patriot out. Falcon clutches. Falcon clutches the southern objective away from the Blue 4 clutch, but he has to go up there and double tap. Patriot's probably gonna wake back up because that was only a handgun. And Blue 4.
It doesn't even matter though. They got the cash. It doesn't.
Wait, is Southern Cash demoed?
Yeah, Southern Cash got.
You're right. Holy shit, Falcon! Oh my God! So now the fight's up to the northern group.
The pilot shot an RPG-26 into the cache and pointed.
Amazing. Yep, that's exactly what they need to do. Striker taking out Cardi here. Looks like ACU got killed. 30 seconds. Blue 4 needs to just rush. They need to rush. They need to have that AT out. Striker going down from Purim. The area is too big to search, though. I don't think Blue 4 is going to get it. A beautiful clutch play, though, on the southern objective. And then a counter clutch play by Falcon, but it was too little too late. But OPFOR having this one defense group holding this last cache. I mean, I wouldn't call it just yet. Anderson might call an overtime. Or it would technically be Dingo, because Dingo's in charge of EU. There it is!
Overtime enabled.
It's because they're in the search zone. So because they're in the search zone, they still have an opportunity here. So now you have Hazard trying to come around to catch some of these Blue 4 guys on the flank. Manages to catch Soko as he's throwing a grenade. Now takes out Ash as well, but Hazard then gets taken out by Eagle Eye, but Blue 4 is down to 3 guys. And OPFOR has at least 6 or 8.
That stifled any remnants of the Blue.
That was great.
We still have the helicopter. The helicopter could hover and do some pretty sick casts, but they need them now.
Honestly, he's got 2 people in that helicopter with him. They need to just land in the AO and get this done. And I think that's exactly what they're going for.
Oh, that's too sharp. That's too sharp, G-Legs.
No, he's got it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh yeah, Blue 4 throwing in the towel early.
Hey, G-Legs, you know you can't ram, right?
Oh, so Blue 4 was gonna bring reinforcements, but hold up, G-Legs crawls out. What a pilot. See, he wanted to be the one guy to land, and now he's the one guy that landed. Now he's gonna bandage, and now we need to see MRDLA poke his head out and get the kill.
Right.
Pureman getting knocked out by a GL round. He does have AT as well. He can get double tapped. Eagle Eye can get the double tap, but he's already got an M72 of his own, but he can give it to the other guy.
G-Legs opens up on Prometheus, but G-Legs runs out of ammo, and none of them kill each other.
This is close. We could still see a Blue 4 clutch because they just got to get up there and put AT on it. Pureman hasn't been double tapped. He could wake up because that was only a GL, and he's got bandages by him.
Oh, and yeah, G-Legs died.
Yeah, and I just saw another body fly out of the helicopter.
Yeah. Unfortunate
Hold
for
up,
G-Legs and
I'll answer that when it's done.
Co-pilot. Oof. It's down to Lucius, Eagle Eye, Yarn, and Sockman if they can get him back up.
If someone in chat wouldn't mind, could you go to SL Dreams' stream
right in the back
through the multi and tell him to come to my channel and do ! multi to get the multi Twitch. Or I'll just give it to him at the end here. Wow!
And there goes Yarn
2
and
GLs
Lucas.
back to back by Marshall, knocking everybody out.
2 GLs.
And then he fires a victory GL. That could have gone either way, to be honest, but that helicopter coming in. My God, so many clutches, but I don't know what to make of that.
That was something.
That was... It was a good fight, definitely, but what?
It was a great fight, but goddamn.
This was round 1. Round 2 will begin momentarily. Probably another 10 to 15 minutes.
I'll be honest, Red 4 won that with fewer people than I thought.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Alright, let's get debrief.
Apparently, I killed
Send
Rio
in
and
goat
Ramirez.
6.
I killed 2 people, but technically I got the kills. Or however, it was the end
Larry
of the
giving
game,
a sub
and
to
they were
Bucks
both
that
unconscious.
nice.
And I think it counts.
There was only 2 people in my helicopter that I crashed in the end.
Alright, do you see your kills? Hot mic, someone.
2 things.
Patriot.
Shout out to Marshall for clutching at the end, and the fucking pilots who
thank you.
dropped on the bottom objective and clutched that fucking
I
objective.
shouldn't have died in that one.
Sensational.
Okay, break. Staff, let's
Thanks,
get
Tom.
the next mission loaded. Thank you. Okay, am I right in thinking there's no advantage here? Is this 50-50 split?
Kalanma.
Correct, 50-50.
Roger that. Well, that works easily. Okay. I'm not going to worry about numbers. I'm just going to allocate people, and then we'll move Centaur players separately. So I'll go through the teams, and then Centaur players stay behind at the end, and we'll get you all sorted. So,
There we go. Turn the music down a bit.
Round 2.
Tau, let's get you op 4, option for leadership.
We'll take it.
Lovely. Fun pen. There we go.
Now I get to pet my cat as well. Yay.
Dingo, are we getting 3 rounds tonight?
Yes, if we do things nice and quickly, which we will.
Great.
Alright, cool.
3 rounds to 2 more.
Connecting.
Let's get first air assault blue 4, option for leadership.
No.
Let's speak nice and loudly, people. What was that, sorry?
Yeah, when I know for leadership.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Negative on leadership.
Alright, thank you. Let's get TSB, op 4, Zeus Community blue 4. Let's get Scandi Recon, op 4, FK blue 4.
Pick anywhere TSB, I don't care. Although we do need a tank commander.
Let's get AA, op 4, Chad and
Writing in all these assets right now.
blue 4.
Hey, Eagle Eye. Thanks for the I think that's a raid. It's either a raid or a host, but I think he was on the multi, so I gotta check if he's still going here. But thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hope you had fun in that round.
Let's get CSC and 1RW blue 4.
Is command open?
2 M113s.
29th op 4. If command is open, then yes, you can take it.
It's not.
Let's get BIA blue 4, second MRB blue 4. Let's get FG blue 4. Let's make sure we're slotting up as quick as we can when you do get called, because we're trying to keep this nice and balanced.
Alright, so there's the new mission
Let's
command
get
updated.
UPSE blue 4.
Oh yeah, the multi's pretty big, so... Audrey killed Nem? Oh wow, I didn't even notice that.
Let's get Cadian.
The slaying of giants.
Blue 4. Let's get RS op 4.
What do I need to do now? I'm gonna grab the multi. And let's go see who isn't streaming anymore.
Okay, are there any groups who have now arrived since round 1? Though not yet been called. Let's get you guys on op 4.
Go ahead, change the music up. Now I gotta load all of these streams. Holy crap. 4, 8, 12, that was 15 people streaming.
Okay, fantastic. I'm now going to go through the list on the right hand side, assuming those who have not yet been slotted.
Let me see how many people we have. We're still at about 130.
Center. So last call, is there any group still to be slotted? Cool. Lovely. Misu. Blue 4. Green Thumb. Op 4. Aim at the balls. Blue 4. Corbin.
So I gotta
Op
write out
4,
Eagle because he
Dimitri.
just raided me.
Blue 4. Lander.
Yes, we're doing Halloween
Op
stuff. I'll be
4.
talking about that in a post to all subs as well as Patreons this week or next week in a few
What was
days.
that? Why did everyone say quiet?
Lander is.
All right, Finn, Hadev, and
Okay,
Eagle Eye.
Roger. Make sure everyone's slotting up. There's a lot of people I can see as part of groups who've not yet slotted in, so let's make sure we get that sorted. Navy, Op 4, Mosh, Op 4, Morales, Blue 4, Real, Op 4, Sergeant Voss, Blue 4. Oh, he's just disappeared entirely. Okay, Vlad, Op 4, Vlash, Op 4, Wiki, Blue 4.
All right, there's the updated multi.
There's still lots of people still grade, so everyone let's get slotting.
No, I got the multi
if you could
taken
pop
care
off
of.
of Facebook
We're good on
Marksman, I'd
that. So
appreciate it. Thanks, bud.
I didn't
appreciate
catch
it though.
the group for oddball. Sorry.
This will be round 2. It's
let's
neutral
have you
sector,
op
and there's a
4, please.
lot of vehicle assets.
Okay.
Anderson.
I hope these two gazes are actual gazes and not the UAZs.
Adri Haddo, let's get you Op 4.
I'm up for TSB. I just got kicked out of slot, so I get another one.
Hey Boston, is that the new Humvee?
The what now?
The 3x M2 Humvee, is that the new one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
Okay, is there anybody else yet to be assigned a space? Speak up now.
All right, so chat, what'd you think about round 1? I thought that was
on both sides.
that was close. Either way, I thought the balance of power was a lot more towards Op 4 for most of it, but then Blue 4 was able to clutch it pretty hard. But then, unfortunately, just lost too many guys, and weren't able to get that third objective, which was against fresh guys that were held in there the entire objective.
Lead. If somebody wants to do that, Nelson.
TSV Scandy was great. Yeah, no, I agree. It was tense, definitely.
There you go.
Okay.
Charlie's good. Second platoon.
Hey, DeCheese, thanks for the resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you're enjoying Friday Night Fights. Hope you're staying safe among COVID-19, and I hope you get a kick out of this stream.
All right, I need Nazi and.
Yeah, we could get a Scandy recon. Well, yeah, no, we can do a Scandy recon emote. Definitely.
But would you mind taking first platoon lead?
Sure, why not? And
so Nazi, take platoon marksman, please.
So it looks like for Op 4 here.
I think I've been forcibly assigned to combat medic or company command medic. Could someone move me down?
Rejoin. You have to back out and rejoin.
We got Twig, Kane, and we have Pierce going against each other.
Leader. Any volunteers? Okay, Koak, you volunteered.
No, I saw Dusty up there first.
30 seconds.
Yep. All right, it's Dusty then.
Wait, we need a platoon lead?
We need 2 more.
Yes, first platoon, Blue 4.
I'll grab it. Someone grab squad lead.
Wait.
If no one's gonna step up, then...
In that case, I think I'm good.
So this is them just organizing their groups
right.
now.
Anyone not slotted, make sure you get yourself in. I think there's only one person, and you have a choice of either team, as it is perfectly balanced like a knife. Let's push through to briefing. Fingers bloody crossed.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Hey, it's moving.
Don't
shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Last time someone said that, we're all here for 20 minutes. Be quiet.
Hey, is it moving for you guys? Is it
Actually,
going?
it was 40 minutes. Actually,
Nobody say anything. Don't comment on how it is. Nobody say nothing.
Oh, hey, look, I'm almost loaded.
It's going good.
This is a lovely map.
Long break.
Long-range Chungus.
Remember, everybody, when you are dead, be dead. Don't be messaging alive players. Don't be doing any of that shizzle.
2-sector control.
If you're watching streams, I don't know why you would be, because you shouldn't be. It's metagaming. You're able to fly around the map yourself. Fly around the map. Boston, what is our brief?
Alright, this is a neutral sector, so both teams have to capture and hold them for a certain amount of time. You'll gain points. Once you get to 100, game's over. To note, both objectives have one of those big military cargo towers. I set those to be invincible, so you can shell it as much as you want, but it won't go down. Which means you're going to have to clear it on foot. Everything else is pretty standard.
Fantastic. Case, do you have any questions?
So, is there any order we have to take them in, or can you take any?
This is a neutral sector, so you're trying to cap both so that you can get more points.
My bad, sorry.
This is like the 3 ways we normally do.
Okay, Twig King, any questions?
Giggity.
Okay, do you know roughly how many seconds it is per point?
Roughly 10 seconds. Roughly.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, awesome. In that case, let's push through to us.
All right, round 2 is beginning now. Barb will probably come up and join me in a hot second. And 2 neutral sectors, so it's going to be all about... obviously, one group will probably try to take one on the other, but... All right, Barb, so we have
tanks.
We got a lot of vehicle assets here, yep.
Excited to see tanks. When was the last time we saw tanks in FNF?
Actually pretty recently. 1 or 2 weeks ago, they had another tank sector fight. That was a 3-sector control. You weren't there with me, actually.
No, that sounds like an
we had a very cursed place on the map that just had a bunch of signs and dead bodies. But looks like Blue Force still loading in here. We've got T-72. They've got 3 113s, but it looks like one's empty, so it's only for transport. So we might see some more crazy smoke maneuvering stuff. I'm not seeing any movement on either side just yet. I think they're still loading in.
Concerning. Server's trying to catch up, because I don't think the pop-up has happened either for the server startup. Red 4 also looks like they are Serbian-based, possibly. They're not wearing that traditional EMR Russian camo.
Op 4 doesn't have a camera on their chopper, but Blue 4 does. That's a little interesting.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. You're right.
There we go. Yep, so just server desync. It's just having a little bit of a heart attack. But we've got, they are actually Gazes this time, which is good on them.
And they also have 2 BTRs as well. Oh, yeah, but Blue 4 also has the 113s.
Yeah, but the BTRs, they got 14.5 millimeter and 7.62, whereas the 113s only have 7.62 with that 240, and I think it's only 100 round boxes. So, in my opinion, the BTR is going to be a bit superior to the 113s in this round, but Blue 4 do have the camera on their chopper. Both tanks appear to be T-72 based. Gonna fact check that real quick. It looks like it. Actually, the Op 4 one might be a T-80. It's hard to tell. It's just tonk on tonk, except the server's desyncing.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way for them to make it even, is just make about T-72s.
Oh, my God. Op 4 has a secret weapon. Look past the helicopters to the northeast in that one compound. You'll see them immediately.
Is it goats?
No.
Oh, it's SDVs.
Now, they're going to be able to take those and tunnel through the ground like it was water, and they'll be able to appear anywhere.
No. What they do is, this is Halanma. There's got to be a river here somewhere. They can airlift it with the chopper and take it over to a nearby river. Use it to get downstream, park it behind enemy lines, and have a 4-man fire team flank behind.
No, this is Halama. There's no rivers on Halama. You're thinking of Ruha.
Yeah. Shit.
But hey, Blue 4 also has 3 SVDs. And the server is now yellow chaining.
Oh, I haven't got the yellow chain yet. No, there it is.
By the way, Blue 4's mat team gun is a Javelin. Also, Blue 4 having 7.62 rifles again, which means Op 4 is probably going to have a Titan. And they're going to have AKs. So again, just standard mirror match here. No, I'm seeing 5.45 for Op 4. Okay. So Blue 4 has the caliber advantage, but I'm okay. No. Wait, no, that is okay. Where's the mat team for Op 4? He has to be here. We got to look up Charlie too.
Delta
that would be
1 has
Yanni.
RPG-7.
Yanni doesn't have any AT, so I guess it didn't load yet because the server died.
Slash is dying.
This is like what we saw last week on the first EU one, the server yellow chain for like 5 minutes because it just didn't handle everyone loading in because their bandwidth settings are being wonky. But my fear is if we keep having these issues, I don't think there's going to be enough time to do a third round for EU this week.
Yeah, possibly with how late we've been going.
Mm-hmm. Whew. Oh, man. Don't you hate it when you have to sneeze and you feel the reaction to sneeze, but you don't actually sneeze, and it just feels all weird in your nose?
Yeah, it's like edging, but worse.
Okay. Cool. Thank you so much for that response. You know, that was such a great response, Barbarian. That's exactly what I wanted to put in my mind. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sure what's that in my chat also appreciates it.
There's a lot of similarities when you think about it, you know?
No, I don't want to think about it. So we'll probably get a server restart here in a second.
Oh, yeah. So we haven't gotten one already.
They could also just wait for it to recover.
Yeah, I'm looking at your chat, and yeah, it's mainly player counts, but at the same time, this is extraordinarily janky, even with the player count. Though this is also EU. I think NA servers have been pretty consistent. I don't know about EU.
Well, it's all run on the same server, though. The reason EU has more issues, though, is because the server that they're using is based in the United States. That's why they have the Patreon up, so they can get an EU server to hopefully fix these issues.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Ah, yes, staring at a screen with a yellow chain. Yanni has a javelin as well, so it's a mirror match.
Seen people.
Keanu Reeves isn't here. What are you talking about?
What?
So Blue 4 has oh, yellow chain just went away. We might see it start recovering. Blue 4 AT is M136 based. It's AT4s, and I would assume ARP4 is RPG based. So.
Yep, RPG-7's.
No, we don't have any AVVs. It's
Yanni does indeed have a javelin. Not even
armed M2 Humvees, trucks, M113s,
so
2 armed, 1 unarmed, and then 4 quad bikes.
Yeah, that's gonna
helicopter,
be the anti-T-72
and then the Chads. Why? Why do we shroud? No, bad. Don't do that. Wonderful weather we're having. So I don't see any recovery right now. So I think there's going to be a restart because normally you would start seeing some recovery by now, but I think the map name of Long Range Chungus kind of fits this here. And I couldn't even just teleport there. That's probably a misclick on my part. But let's look at these AOs.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say, are there only two?
Let's do Alpha. There's only 2.
Holy shit, bro! Bravo's cool as fuck.
So Alpha is literally just a cup a Zen Cup model with some of the internals cut out to get rid of the junk and the clutter, and then 2 Earth Rampants with a bunker in between. So it's pretty good 360 all around. But you just told me Bravos was cool. Bravos is also okay, so Alphas was the Russian version of the it's the base texture for Zen Cup. This is Blue 4's version of it, except it's put up on a platform and it has some extra security. So honestly, Bravos is better because you kind of bottleneck them, but you can always dig trenches on the edge and climb over. But at the same time, as long as Blue 4 is pulling good security here, I don't see them, or whoever's defending, excuse me, as long as whoever's defending Bravo is pulling good security, and they're right next to a big open field too, so it limits the avenues of approach the enemy group could take. I think whoever holds Bravo is going to have the better hand here compared to Alpha, which, has forest completely all around it. The open fields do exist, but there's still a big chunk of forest, which can allow for vehicles to push up on. And overall, attacks can come from anywhere. So there's definitely some AO favoritism, but neither side knows how good the each AO is itself, except the mission maker. So I don't know. We've got some really nice open area between both of those AOs for the tanks to duke it out. There's room for vehicles to drive in to support infantry. I mean, this is a pretty well-made AO, in all honesty. It's just, I hope we can play it. There's the yellow chain! It's back, Barbarian! Oh, it's a red chain! The red chain! Are you okay?
No, we've been over this.
Remember, yellow chain means that your connection is stuttering. Red chain means you're dead. And then the yellow chain with the slash that we have, I forget which one that means specifically. All right, let's go down and listen to the cancer.
I think we should just restart after every game, to be honest, at this stage.
Yeah, it's just weird that we start having this issue. We never had that earlier.
I suppose it's difficult to know why it's happening. It's
we're doing our best to pinpoint a fucking thing that's doing it and trying to fix it.
You can't fix it.
Yeah, I understand.
Maybe it's because there's over 150 players.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I think there's only 130 right now.
It's 130 at the moment.
Right now, yeah.
It's not even
so it shouldn't be as big a problem.
I'm here, and I'm the size of a Ford Fiesta.
Is the rat nibbling on the cables of the server or something, eh?
No, the server's heard boss music, so it's shit itself.
There.
And there goes.
It's Friday night. It's Friday Night Fires, aka the server room is on fire.
The exhaust
That's a pretty good one.
Meant to spit flames, right?
Server is it's because of where the server's based, and just today the networks are weird. It's
round 3 tonight.
No, just give the server back of
You know
ice.
what happened? Hold on. You know what happened? Luke.
So they just called. There's not going to be an EU round 3 tonight, and sorry, something weird's going on. It's hard to predict the why am I going brain dead right now? Anyway, it's hard to predict what the server is going to do because Arma was not made to have triple digits for its servers because the net code is so old. The game code is so old. So trying to hone down on a way to make it all work, it changes based off of who's connecting to the server from where, especially if it's all done at the same time. So it can get very messy, which is why we're having issues today. Furthermore, this is an NA-based server.
When is there meant to be a proper fix for this?
I'm looking at it now.
what you guys say we just sack
That they're
off
hosts
doing
for Europe, which
FNF
is
and
why
just
they're
go
trying to get a
camping in the
second
woods
one.
for 150
Hell
lists?
yeah.
No,
No,
Bass,
we just
no.
invade a standard invade an annex server. And that's it.
No,
I have
that's
the
an
idea.
right there.
A real life FNF.
I can't.
Oh,
Is the
real life
server back
FNF.
up yet or
Great.
It's not
With
yet.
live rounds.
Mountain,
Oh,
it's
just-
restarting. Give it a bit.
Just
5 rounds
imagine
with real guns.
an FNF Warzone, not the Call of Duty, the actual Arma 3 Warzone thing.
So you know our,
Warlords.
so you know our plan
I was
to
about to
use
say
the
it's Warlords.
tank as a helicopter and the helicopter as a tank. Is that still going through?
Is it that squad meme where the barrel's spinning so fast the tank takes flight?
Yeah. That's what we're actually planning to do.
It will produce lift.
All you have to do is just blow on it.
You're spinning it fast enough, you basically just launched your mouse into the next room.
What was that
You just
game you used to play?
run
Where you
at
used to,
full speed.
was it like Let It Rip, whatever? And you used to spin the Beyblade.
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 No. If you spin a tank
Server
head,
is back up.
Does this happen
have to
often?
fire
No.
the champagne just comes out.
Are we doing a stagger joining?
Wait for the
Just
staff to
wait,
come in,
yeah.
and then we'll join staggered.
Actually, with the new
Barbarians.
server with
Barbarians.
EU, I will say yes
Barbarians.
because of the
Barbarians.
circumstances, but some days it
29th
runs
and
super
Zeus, go ahead
smooth.
and join.
Sometimes we have these issues. I'm going to get back on the server now because I count in the staff category just because of the
Yeah,
streaming
what's
stuff.
Do you want to have
That's what I've been
command
told
and
officially.
platoon join first, so we don't have the waiting for command again?
What do you mean?
Like have Pierce and myself and the platoon leads to join, so we're not having to wait for.
So we'll go ahead and get that lower. But the staff basically went up there to make sure everything was good. But yeah, we get a little more time to talk with each other. Figured Arma 4 would be right after the second coming. No, we're not going to get Arma 4 for a while. My initial prediction got pushed back because of other things that Bohemia wants to focus on instead of Arma 4 itself, which is why they're extending the track of the third-party DLC initiative to give them a lot more time, even though
So, attempt number 2.
there's been some weird stuff with that. Yeah, and then there's also, you know, the schism that happened at BI. So again, who knows? But I would say for what Arma 3 has and for what people can generally enjoy, it's still, you know, a good contender for your time. Yeah, and then there's also that, which is why DayZ got canned. So the new engine they wanted to put Arma 4 on got, you know, oofed as well. Now we're just waiting for the round to go.
So you got any early battle plans or ideas for what they're going to be doing?
With this type of AO, with how even it is in both groups, Blue 4 has a bit of an MSR advantage here to go down that and get in quicker, but their Vics are mainly tracked, except for the Humvees. So the BTRs might be a bit quicker in the fray from Op4, but they got some turns to do. I could see either team pushing through the forests to get to the objectives, but it's going to be a rush. It's definitely going to be a rush play. I should check that one day if the original DayZ
we've
mod
seen
is
it
still
before
kicking.
in
I'd
some
love
of
to play that
neutral,
for a month.
Games, you know, whoever gets there first is the one who wins.
It's either whoever gets there. Actually, no, it is whoever gets there for it, with the exception of 1 or 2 times. Because you got to remember the 3-way fight that we coined the term the Audrey Hotto maneuver. Blue 4 got there first, then looked like they were going to lose, and Audrey Hotto scored 23 kills. So I don't even know what the official number of that's anymore. It was listed as 19. 2 other guys bled out, and then people were giving reports saying they looked back through the footage and said he got even more kills than that. So it's something, he still has the record. It's like 21 or 22, but ay.
And the fact he got it, like, it was one of his first few matches.
That was his first match.
Oh, God.
That's why they had a staff meeting after that mission, because that was sus as fuck. But yeah, no, this is going to be a rush fight. I think Bravo's the better AO to hold than Alpha. They don't know that, though, but it's just going to come down to who's quicker and who has the better PvP. That's really it.
Well, yeah, with the amount of vehicles they have, they can get to either objective really quickly. Alpha's gonna be a bit harder to get to with the amount of forest surrounding it, but Bravo should be easy for either side to get near, and from there it's just, you know, which javelin spots the other team's tank first, or protecting the tank, keeping it back until it's needed. Like we've seen before with javelins, time and time again. It spots something, it kills it, and that's about it. Vehicles down, javelins used. It's a direct counter, which I'm not the biggest fan of personally. But for heavy assets, I can understand it. But I would have preferred personally to see the 2 T-72s duke it out.
I just want the server to go, man.
I know, dude. Me too.
I just want the desync to stop. I just want to watch people kill each other. That's why we're here. That's okay. Again, it's teething issues with that new server and trying to find the right combo, and also raising money for that new server for EU dedicated. So hopefully these issues stop, because we don't see them to the scale on the NA slots. We still see them, don't get me wrong. But yeah. It's the intermission. It's that intermission play. No, I'm not going to play Phasma between the breaks. I have to take care of some technical stuff. Someone's reaching out to me to do some work for them, and then I got to finalize the emotes and get that sent and ready to go.
Gotcha.
Plus, I just want to take a break.
I wonder what's taking them so long. There's just some people loading in, but for the most part, everyone's in.
Okay, here's what I'm actually gonna do, because I keep spacing out. I rarely do space out, but when I do, it usually means I need to take a break because I don't want to burn myself out right now. So, Barb, I'm going to raid you. I'm going to drop everyone to you. I'll be back for NA, but I need to take a break because I literally can't think of anything right now. So, I don't know.
All right. Well, I'll be happy to take everyone, and we'll see if we can actually get this round going.
So thank you guys for watching. Sorry, it's like I rarely do this, but I would say once every like 6-ish months or so, like I just start spacing out hardcore. I will be back for NA in 2.5 hours, but I just need to take a small break, step back, and I'm gonna go take a walk outside because that usually clears my head because it's just
feel better, man.
Yeah, just too long. Yeah, exactly. It's just cooped up too long in this one room. Just need to take a quick break. So pass everyone to you, and I'll be back in a few hours, and we'll cover NA.
All right, well.
Cheers, guys. Have a good one.
I'll see you later, man.